Um, anyway, hi, welcome to D&D.
Now you do.
Oh, the worst one. Okay, well.
Yeah, it is
anyway,
kind of a shitty emoji.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving immediately.
Well, we got 3 seconds into D&D, guys. We'll get them next week.
No. Hi. Okay. So last time on D&D, you guys helped clean up the mess a little bit and learned some things and talked to Skena a little and learned that he's farther away than he probably should be, thanks to some weird fayness. And what else? They had was it last session that you guys had the feast?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And you guys were the guests of honor, and you were all super awkward about it.
Well, okay, 2 of us were really super awkward. There were some that were very good at being guests of honor.
Mm-hmm. And then you stayed the night and then headed off the next morning, and they gave you supplies and everything. And everybody headed off towards the monastery. And at this point, you are probably like a week or so away. Just because, like, traveling in the mountains takes a little longer, and the last bit of it is in the mountains, plus it's just a little bit more of a distance. Excuse me. So, first day of traveling, what's everybody doing?
On a horse.
No way.
I'm on a horse.
Are you taking your horse to the old monastery road? I don't know. Ignore me.
Old Monastery Road.
We'll be coming around the mountain when we come.
Oh, Dakota, that's not how it goes.
That's way better, though. That's a better joke. Yeah, Loki.
Gumby's complaining because he had to be put back in his snowsuit.
He is. He's having a rough time. You would think that an inanimate object of a creature would probably not really care about not having an opportunity to stretch their legs or anything like that, but he's like the worst toddler on the road trip.
Keel's mildly annoyed at the prospect of having to wear pants again.
Oh, poor
Shame.
Kale. It is a little chilly.
As they're just riding perpetually, Skena will actually end up piping up and just be like, Ice, what is the monastery like? Shut up, Gummy.
Well, it's a complex, really, of buildings, spread out and kind of austere, mostly. Oh, and they've been building new areas into the mountain to store things.
Wonder why.
I don't think I've ever heard of a monastery like that.
That stored things, or that was austere.
I mean, just the building into the mountain and everything. I guess I always figured that they were more like static fixtures. That might be presumptuous of me.
I mean, anytime a location has to grow, because there's more people there or more things to be stored, you have to grow somehow, right?
What kind of stuff do they store?
Well, lately it's been artifacts, books, things I've brought back.
Oh. So kind of like a library museum sort of arrangement.
Yeah, but for like scary things.
Oh. Do you is that your job? Is bringing back scary things?
I mean, they don't pay me to do it.
Well,
Job's a strong word.
Is it your life's calling, I guess? I don't know what a job is in the absence of payment.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of left one day and found some stuff that somebody told me was really dangerous. So I thought I'll take this back home and we can protect it there. And then I got bored and left again, so it stayed there.
Oh.
I got bored and left again.
Typical cat.
It's a mood.
Did you grow up here, like, as your whole childhood?
All that I remember of it.
Was it a good place to grow up?
I don't really have anything to compare it to, so I don't know.
That's
They
a
were
good
mostly
answer.
good to me. I mean, it was hard training and heavy expectations, but I figure, you know, any kind of place will have at least something like that at some point growing up. So that can't be too different from normal.
I would hope not.
So while this conversation is happening, Owen, sick of riding on her horse because it's painful, and asked to borrow Kaleva's chess piece. Am I reading that correctly?
Mm-hmm.
While wearing the bear skin,
So she can go flying for a bit.
which I love.
So yeah, he removes the. I'm never gonna be able to pronounce it. The
Cuirass.
The
Cuirass.
chess piece.
The chest plate. I don't know.
Queerus.
Queerus.
No,
thank you.
it's not cuirass. I refuse. It's cuirass or cuirass or something.
Cuirass.
Queer ass.
Is it queer ass or cure ass? Like, which is the one that you want to go with?
It's Queerus.
One day we'll fucking Google it or something.
I did.
We did. That's how we got Queerus.
No, I
yes.
disagree.
I don't need to Google it. It's Queerus.
That is correct.
Kaleva will remove the Queerus and hand it over to
It's wrong.
to Owen, so she can go flying for an hour.
All right.
And he'll let her know when you're done with that. You still need to teach me how to perch one of these days. You promised that.
Roost. I think she told you how to roost.
Roost. Yep.
Whatever birds do, right?
Can you roost on top of a horse?
It might be hard on a horse. Oh,
Oh, she got wingies now on the screen. I love it.
well, thank you. I
Mhm.
forgot. It's been 5 minutes and I already forgot.
It's okay. It's been 2 weeks of this nonstop for me. I have not
Yeah.
forgotten.
That's fair. She fly. So while you're up there flying around, go ahead and roll me a perception check. Oh, okay. 5. So you're flying around, and it's just like, it's so exciting to be flying around again after the last time. It's been a while. You know, there's trees and mountain, and it's beautiful scenery. I will give you that. It is beautiful scenery, and it goes. You can see the trail that y'all are taking. It goes on for a while. Yep. Yep. And unfortunately, that is about it. Just beautiful green and brown. God, I love them. So is anybody doing anything while you guys are traveling? Anybody? Because I mean, it's a pretty straight path for the time being. It doesn't wind a whole lot, so your horses, like, they know how to follow a path, so they're pretty much just kind of trotting along. And
Oh god, I hope we're not spending this whole trip trotting.
okay, not actually trotting. Thank you, Daarka. They're walking.
Everybody's
galloping
ass
along
bones
somewhere.
hurt.
So if we're not trotting, that means we've been galloping the whole
Oh
time.
Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah, those are
That's
the
it.
only 2 gates.
Or canter. I think
Or
canter is
cantering.
one too. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are doing great.
Drifting.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Drifting.
That's the secret one you unlock at level 7.
No horse bonding level 4.
Fuck off. It's not called drifting. Skena's gonna
Red
be
Dead
shut
Redemption,
up,
baby.
shut up. Skena's gonna be
Thank you.
shut up.
Thank you, Izzy.
I'll take the wings back, bitch. I'll do it. Skena is going to be spending the time working on that skull from a while ago.
Making a mask, was it?
Yeah, just kind of shaping it. It's a slow process, but because mostly she has no artistic vision, so she's just kind of shaping it and shaping it and shaping it, and it looks like her just kind of sitting there rubbing a skull for a really long time.
It's like shaping Play-Doh, but slower.
Yeah.
Just kind of patting it.
Cleva will probably break off occasionally from the group just to hunt the nearby area, and like, I know that they got supplies and whatnot, but he's also just to, you know, get off the horse for a bit and stretch his legs.
All right.
But movement speed increased, so he can keep up.
Yeah. Let me see.
But can he drift?
Oh, he can drift.
Scoots right along there. Give me a survival.
Survival. That is an 8.
Okay. So y'all are really
Such good rolls today.
hitting it off tonight. Yeah. Okay. So with an 8, I will give you. Oh, that's interesting. Sorry, there's a new button. What's this button do? Oh.
What does this button do?
Okay, Dee Dee.
Cute. Okay. Sorry. D&D Beyond has a game log, so I can see when people roll dice in D&D Beyond.
Ooh.
Yeah. Side note, I love the dice of healing, Izzy. I have those too. So with an 8, I'm so sorry. You go after a few things, and they are kind of quick because you've got a decent group on the trail, so everything's sort of on alert. And that.
Yeah, he's just basically looking for opportunities to bag anything, but he understands he's not exactly moving cautiously as he goes. He's more concerned with keeping up with the group. So.
Yeah. Sorry. Distracted. Yeah. So, because you're kind of trying to keep up and not, fall behind, but like, and then like you have the group around.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's kind of paying attention. So you see some stuff, but it also sees you. So you don't quite catch anything, but you get an idea of what's around this area.
Okay.
The different kind of fowl and small mammals and things like that. But yeah, don't quite catch anything quite yet.
That's okay.
Matt, I don't think it will let you roll 101 d20.
No, it did. It made the most satisfying fucking noise too.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Jesus.
So glad that you're not the one recording.
It doesn't show me the results of those.
It just says that they were rolled.
It says custom roll
Hmm.
200 d20 equals ...
Matt.
Should at least roll something that would be like a reasonable damage roll.
Oh no.
I rolled a 1,985.
That's too bad. He needed 1,986.
I was gonna say that misses. I'm so sorry.
As
Yep.
Skena is noticing that Clava's not really bagging anything, she will drop her toddler cat off the horse and he will take off in his little booties and he will go try to collect some berries.
Okay.
He's not being discriminatory. He's collecting any berry he sees. Skena will work out that which ones can be eaten later.
Sure.
There probably are a few rocks that get caught up in the fray.
Some rabbit poop because it's round.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Go ahead and also roll me. I'll give you either survival or nature.
Gummy stats?
Yes.
Let's see. Survival is wisdom, nature is intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna do survival, so I'm not rolling with a -4. That's a 12.
Okay. So he gets probably enough berries for like a small handful for each person in the party.
He's doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Gummy wears the pants in this party.
No, he wears
I mean,
the
he
hand-knitted booties.
He got some questionable berries.
I was gonna say, did Skena pass those those berries out?
No, he just has them, and
Go
she
through
will
them later.
Yeah, she will go through them and make sure that they're not tiny little bombs or something later.
That's fair. Or deadly.
Deadly.
So Owen is working on mapping. What was Kale doing? Have you said?
Oh no, Keel's just enjoying the outdoors. It's nice to be back in the saddle again.
Mm-hmm. Claire seems pleased to be back on the road, stretching her legs, chilling with the other horses. Oh my god.
Trollops.
Trollops.
All of you guys. Aw. Oh, now it shows me the custom rolls. But only the D20 ones. Why won't it show me the amount for that?
I just don't think you need to know.
Apparently not. Never miss speaking again. That's a lie. I will definitely do that. Yeah. So, what about ice? What's ice doing?
He's probably got this area. Jesus. Pretty well mapped.
What?
Sorry, I just saw the picture of the, I don't know, like 70
Oh,
fours.
it's 100. Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
Yep.
So I don't know that he's doing much besides just keeping along and enjoying the ride.
That's fuck off. Yeah, that's fair. Is he excited to be back home? Quote unquote.
Yeah, I mean this is the home region at least. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's been a while.
How long has it been?
It's been a while.
Jesus.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I still wasn't expecting
I
it.
held it in for so long.
Caught me off guard.
I think that's what threw me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I want to say like a year.
Okay.
Not much to show for it this time, but still.
Mm-hmm. So you know that I mean you have a whole group of friends now. I would say that's something to show.
Fair.
But can't make
Yeah,
the
okay.
monastery store them away.
Nope.
Put these in the deep vault.
The big hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be so disappointed in you. I can't believe you're not bringing anything back.
My friends are my treasure.
Aw, that's very
The real
nice. When are
treasure
you gonna
was the
start
friends
paying
you
rent?
made along the way.
So you know that along the way, for about every day's worth of travel, there is a small little shrine off to the side that, like, each one represents a different element at first, and then the closer you get, it kind of just becomes all four. And so the first one, and they also make good little campsites, the way that they are placed.
Yeah.
So the first one is the fire shrine, if nobody has anything else.
Nope.
Not hydrogen. That's not one of the four elements.
They should not let fire near the hydrogen shrine.
Good thing it's not the hydrogen shrine. No, it is the fire shrine. So there is a big stone tablet thing that's like person sized. It's like 4-ish feet tall. So a little shorter than person sized. But it depends on the person. And it has some carvings in it that look like flames, and it has some symbols that represent flames in different languages. And there is a little like box in front that roll me history. Let's see if you recall precisely what these are.
22.
Okay. Yep. So the box is in front of the little shrine. It's a little stone box. and there's supposed to be 4 travelers to the monastery specifically. So growing up, anytime you ventured out around the monastery to that first one, they would always tell you, no, don't touch it. It's for travelers. It's not for us. But you're technically travelers now.
Yeah.
So are you
At least the rest of the party.
explaining that? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, what's in it?
Well, I don't know. I've never opened one before. Because it's for... Because I live here?
Travelers.
For travelers. For you, not me.
Gil will open it.
Okay. Roll a dexterity. No, I'm kidding. So you open it up, and there are some small orange stones, like bright orange, and they're see-through, and they each have a little flame carved into them.
We found the Dragon Balls.
No,
There's 7 of them, or...
there are a bunch of them.
Oh, okay.
Gil will grab a handful and just kind of like toss them up and down in his palm.
What are they made out of? Like, are they really hard, or are they squishy, or what?
They are, they're calcite. They're actual, like, little rocks.
Oh, okay. It's not what I thought it was then at all.
Yeah. What did you think it was?
Something like a boba ball, or whatever they're called. Like the little, like, you eat one and it fills you up
like
for a whole day.
tapioca pearl? No.
No,
Oh,
it's a
good berry.
D&D thing, I think.
Oh.
Good berries.
Oh, yeah.
Check
well,
these out. Gil
oh,
will
yeah.
say as he tosses one dice.
So, Ice,
Yeah.
you remember as a kid, whenever they would have you, like, you need to focus, sit down and do this for a minute? You remember carving on these.
Is there any chance that the one he tossed me is one I actually worked on?
It's possible. They all kind of look similar,
Fair.
but very well could be.
Yeah. I think I remember this. No, not this one. Is he sort of holding it up and looking through the light? We worked on, carved them for meditation practices, I guess. I think that's what they were trying to teach us.
But they're for
That's
travelers?
what they said.
Are they souvenirs, or...?
Kaleva's gonna give him a sniff with his nose ring of magical scent.
Okay.
He snorts them.
They don't seem to be magical, though.
Is there anything
Souvenirs.
else magical in the area since I'm using the thing?
Besides us?
So over past the to answer your question, over past the little, like, I don't know what to call it, little shrine stone. There is a makeshift campsite, and there are some what's the word? Torches that seem like they're magical. And there's a stack of them.
He's gonna go pick one up. What is it? Like, what kind of magic is on it?
Let me
Asking the hard questions here.
Civication, roll Constitution.
It is. Show me this, please. It is conjuration.
Gotcha.
It's not very strong. It's pretty faint.
Mm-hmm.
It It kind of seems like it would make sense for these to be like self-lighting torches, basically.
Oh, okay.
What time of day is it at this point? Is
Oh.
it makey camp time? Ooh. So is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. Then yes, Skena will follow him over and just be like, I mean, I guess this seems to be, unless somebody else is staying here and they just walked away for a minute, I think that this might be a good place to sleep.
I think it'd be a good place anyway.
Oh,
I don't mind strangers.
Kale's grabbed like a handful of these things, and he's huddled up with Owen, just kind of looking at the craftsmanship and trying to find the prettiest ones and the coolest looking ones.
you ever go to those gift shops and they have like those barrels of rocks for some
Yeah.
reason?
Polished drugs, yep.
Yeah.
This is kind of the size of those. And just each one has carved into it a little flame shape.
It's gonna bother me forever until I figure out what those are for.
Well, we can ask them when we get there.
I'm surprised that you wouldn't know. They never told you? You said you made them.
Nope.
No, we were supposed to work on them to focus our thoughts.
Well, they're not
don't-
magical, so.
I don't know why they're out here. Guess as markers of the trail? So that they know who's followed the path?
And she looks over at Kiel, who took a handful of them, and is like, I don't like to keep count, because that seems impractical. I'll just ask when we get there. I don't think anyone here knows the answer, and that's okay.
Koeva will start setting up camp.
Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty cleared out little space, so it's like perfect for your like tents, or your bedrolls if you just want to do those. There won't be like rocks and sticks underneath you. There's a couple of big logs for sitting on around a dugout fire pit. It's pretty nice as far as campsites go, and you didn't have to do it yourself.
Is there any wood in the fire pit?
There are the remnants of someone previously being there, but there is not currently any.
Okay.
That you do have to do yourself.
Then yeah, Keel will go out and start gathering wood.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
Skena will sit down and start shaking out her cat and going through the berries and other questionable round things that he had collected and trying to separate the edibles from the non-edibles.
Okay. Roll me a medicine check.
Ooh. Would this count as something that she would have any sort of background in, since she did study a lot of these sciences?
Potentially, in the sense that, like, I will let you know that
I
it's
just got a notification that Kiel rolled a custom 399. I don't know why that was on my screen. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, that was the first one.
Oh, cool! That spams everyone.
It does. That little red box by your campaign.
Oh, no.
That's where you can see the game log.
Oh, there it is.
I don't know why it's not showing me.
1028. Yeah, so I don't know. Do I get advantage on this or nah?
No, but I will tell you it will affect the DC.
Okay. Yikes. Alright, so with my disgustingly good modifier, that is... I can't do math. 13, I think? 13.
Okay. Yeah. like I said, it affected the DC. So you do indeed manage to dig through and root out all of the ones that would super kill you, and the ones that would just kind of be uncomfortable to eat or make you kind of feel gross afterwards. But you managed to find that all but like 5 of them are good to eat.
Then she will throw those over her shoulder somewhere for the animals to fuck with, and then she will take the good ones and separate them into little piles of 5 and as equal distributions as possible.
Okay. Meanwhile, Izzy is showing Owen is showing Kaleva how to roost. Build a nest and roost in it.
Which I think at this point is a bunch of blankets all stuffed up, and I'm imagining just like almost dog-like, where he's just kind of trying to shove them together in kind of a nest shape while kind of spinning around, and he's not trying to make it look like he's a dog, but it's kind of what it's looking like while he's doing it.
It's a familiar shape ish. You made a bed.
He'll kind of use his pack, for structure, a spare set of clothing, whatnot.
That works. And Owen says it isn't just like sleeping, it's restoring. You get the coziest you can, and you join with others, or just be close, but have your own. Oh, and she's making a nest with her bearskin and other soft things. I love that. And I will say, Kiel, I'm not gonna have you roll to find firewood, because, like, if you look long enough in the area, you will find enough for a fire. So you have firewood.
Cool. And yeah, once the fire's going, he'll just pull up a log, settle in, and chew on some rations.
Okay.
Skena will start crawling around and distributing berries. I promise that these won't kill you.
Oh no, these are really good.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of them, but I don't know, it's enough to fill me up.
That's okay, you can have them.
No, these are for you too. And she like shows the little separated piles, and she only holds up one of them, and it's got like 4 berries in it. She's like, "This is plenty for me."
Kiel, who popped his berries into his handful of berries into his mouth in like one go, was like, "You don't want them? I'll take yours."
Sure. Yeah, enjoy them.
Ice, do you have anything to eat?
Yeah,
Oh,
I have rations.
okay.
I get these every time I come by.
That's smart. And then she's like, she probably like sat down to hand them over to the people that were sitting down, and so she doesn't really stand all the way back up. She just kind of like scoots around on her knees to go over to where Owen and Kaleva are, and then she gives them berries.
Side by side in their little nests.
That looks comfy.
Crisscross sauce, that's so cute.
No.
Oh, berries!
Berries. Precious.
Hey, Daarka.
Yeah.
What noise do you make to call a horse over? Is it like pss, 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 pss? Or
Yeah, it's the same one you do for a cat. You pss, 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 here, kitty, kitty, kitty. That usually does a trick.
Or you do
So-
the like clicky sound.
yeah, Kiel kind of scratches on his pant leg, like to call Claire over and offers her some berries.
You're lucky she's intelligent. Although she is definitely doing the horse equivalent of squinting at you.
It's squinting. They can do that.
Can they? Okay,
Horses
cool.
have eyelids. They can squint. Yeah.
I didn't know if they had lower eyelids. that,
They
like-
have eyelids. Yeah.
Okay.
How many?
Look.
They have lower and upper eyelids. I don't think I've heard of anything that only has an eyelid on one side.
But some things have 3 eyelids.
Right.
That's
Like,
not.
Are there multiple layers?
They just.
The
They have-
nicotine membrane.
Yes.
They have
Ah,
the-
thank you, Dakota.
I guess
Mhm.
I've only ever noticed like horses blinking and just like it goes down. I've never like paid attention to the anyway.
Well,
Bitch,
yeah,
how
but
do you
it's
think
just
your
because
eyes
they
work?
don't raise their lower eyelid doesn't mean that they can't squint. It just means that their squint looks very sleepy.
They raise their. I'm gonna kill all of you.
I'm not saying. Wait, I'm not
You're all
arguing with
super
you. I'm just
fucking
pointing out-
cursed.
I'm just pointing out that even if it were the case that they can't raise their lower eyelid, they would still be able to squint.
Leave it to Wednesday night to have me googling horse eyelids.
Oh, no.
They
Please.
should add. They should add those
Sorry.
like semi-translucent waterproof eyelids to the newer models. That'd be cool.
The
Nictating membranes.
Nictating membranes.
It's okay.
I love that word.
I don't really want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it. That's it. She's
I mean, that
squinting.
horse has a
Thank you.
boo boo. But yeah, they squint. They fucking squint.
Aw. It does. Poor baby.
He's fine. Probably. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know anything about him.
Okay. Well, yes. Anyway, she walks over, squinting at you.
Kiel's not actually doing that. I just mad
Oh,
doesn't know
okay.
how to call a horse over.
You're just trying to raise my blood pressure.
Yes.
Fine.
Well, however you call her over, if that is what you do. Is he-
In all actuality, he's probably just giving her a "Hey, got something for you," and like mentally.
Yeah. And she'll come over. Hey, what's up?
He just holds his hand out with the berries in it.
And they're all gone.
Just hoovers them up.
Yep. Happy horse sounds.
Yeah, Clava will set crisscross applesauce in his little nest and eat his berries.
Skena will insert herself somewhere alongside him, as is usually the norm, but also he's in a nest now, so I don't know if that hinders her ability to do so.
He'll
But-
probably just pull her down to sit, in front of him, like almost in his lap, sort of.
Whatever works. He's warm, and she just kind of wants to be warm, so she's going to
Yeah, he
like
figured.
a cat on a charging pad. Just she's you get the idea. So she's gonna do that, and she's gonna eat her berries.
Okay. So are y'all talking about anything while you settle in? Or are we all just going straight to sleeps?
Ice. How many more days until we reach the monastery?
We're about a week out, right?
Mhm.
So it should be just
About
6 more days.
6.
Gotcha. Are there usually a lot of travelers on this road?
Not often. At least not that I've ever seen. We tend not to get too many travelers overall. Being a little out of the way and intentionally not making a note of our existence elsewhere tends to have that effect.
Oh, and
I do.
oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just reading off. Owen was asking people to want to visit.
I'm sure if they knew about us, they'd want to. I would hope so. It's a pretty nice place.
Why is the monastery a secret?
It never occurred to me to actually ask that.
Is it because of all the scary things you bring back?
No, because it was a secret before then. Maybe there's something even bigger and scarier that they were protecting before me.
Did you ever check what they were storing before you brought things back? Maybe they. Or were
I
they
don't
not?
even know where they would be storing things before I brought things back.
Huh, there
Sorry.
goes that theory then.
I mean, there could still have been places. I don't know everything. I was just a student.
Do they have, like a library or some sort of information resource?
Well, we do now.
Oh,
Yes, there were books for study. There's a whole world that we had to learn about outside of the monastery itself, so there were, of course, things to study.
yeah.
Gail's expression grows kind of serious, and he says, do you think anybody in your monastery would know anything about the Light Eaters? Who do you recommend we talk to when we get there?
We should definitely speak to the headmaster, whose name I know, but I never got
Yep.
back. So
Shade
let's
on the
pretend
GM.
that I eventually give you that name.
Wait a minute.
What is the headmaster like?
Oh, he's very kind. He's a little he knows a lot, but he doesn't always explain it very well.
Sorry, go on.
Is he old or something?
Yes, he's very old.
Oh.
Would
But
it be a good idea to keep myself disguised while I'm there, or is it gonna matter?
oh no, that should be fine.
Okay.
We're generally not very concerned about what people look like, more what they're capable of, mostly.
Got it.
Are they gonna have problems with us if we're not capable then?
I don't know if that's really relevant. You are.
But hypothetically,
Well, if you were a student and you weren't very capable, you wouldn't get a lot of free time. They'd keep you focused on like training and practice and the like, but not Herwin. That's a good name.
Yes, Herwin is the headmaster. I had to find my note.
It's fine. I'm editing mine now.
that sounds kind of miserable.
Well, it's training.
Yeah, but if they don't think that you're doing good enough, then you never get any breaks.
Well, I mean, you still get to sleep. You just don't get. It's more a matter of focusing your time. If you're keeping up or ahead of where they expect you to be, then you're allowed to spend more of your time as you wish within the confines of the monastery. But if you're struggling, then they restrict that so that you're keeping focused in order to help you catch up or even exceed where you should be.
And the longer this conversation has gone on, Skena has gone from looking perfectly neutral, eating her berries, just kind of shooting the shit, I guess, to distinctly tense.
Mm.
And as Ice kind of wraps up what he was saying, she just kind of sits in silence for a minute, and then she's like, I wonder what kind of berries these were.
Meanwhile, Kaleva and Owen are having a food fight.
Yes.
They're flicking berries at each other.
Schnozberries. They're schnozberries. They even taste like them.
Can I do a check to see what kind of berries those were?
Sure. Google.
Yeah, Jules, just figure out what kind of berries they were, just in case he rolls good. You gotta know. Make up a berry.
No, he has no idea. I rolled a 2, so.
Ah, Jules is safe.
You've never seen these berries before in your life.
He hasn't been to this area. He doesn't know.
No.
Tasty though.
Alright. Well, unless there's anything else, I imagine y'all probably settle in for sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
How are y'all doing that?
Skena leans back.
End of story.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
She has a whole pillow furnace behind her.
Yeah. No, Ice will have a tent set up. Have set up a tent. There we go. Right tenses.
Okay.
And just sleep there.
Are y'all doing watches or anything, or just Gummy?
Gummy is on perpetual watch, but
Kaleva will do a watch.
yeah, if we're doing watches, Skena will participate.
Sure.
Kiel will offer to take a watch if one's needed.
Alright.
Owen
So
is
y'all
already
figure-
unconscious, so she's obviously not
Yeah.
taking first watch.
I was gonna say, we all figure out when everybody's taking a watch. The order.
Since Skena's passed out, Kaleva will
No, Owen.
offer to take. Or sorry,
Skena's awake.
okay. So Kaleva will take second watch.
Alright.
I'll take third watch then. When the sun starts to come up.
So Ice and Gummy is first.
Yeah, hang on. I need to hear back from Matt about something before I decide what watch Skena is on. But Gummy
Okay.
will be on all watches.
Okay.
Yeah, Skena's gonna do the watch with Kiel.
Okay. Because Owen also. Okay. How many
So we
watches?
have second, third, and third.
And third and first. I'll be first.
So 4 watches?
Sure,
Or 3.
with a Gummy and all of them.
Okay. Perfect.
That's it exactly.
Alright. So. Okay. So let me make sure I have the order right here. We have Ice,
Mm-hmm.
and then Kaleva, and then.
Oh, you know what we can do, Jules?
What?
We can do Ice, and then Kaleva,
Oh,
and then I don't remember what the rest were, but you can move them
And then
around.
y'all, and then Owen? Am I understanding everything correctly?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay.
Here.
Perfect. Okay. So,
And Gummy is the
Spread Gummy across the top.
yeah.
omnipotent
Just-
god of watch.
All of this is Gummy.
Yep.
Everything the light touches, he is the moon.
All right. So, everybody go ahead and preemptively roll me your perception check.
Perception.
Hey.
Okay. Oh shit!
Perception.
I gotta
Oh, what
do
a beautiful roll.
a gummy for each watch plus Skena. Okay, hang on.
And I get advantage with heightened senses.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you that.
What the f? My rolls are amazing tonight. I rolled a 3 and an 8.
Oh, with your perception?
Uh-huh.
That's impressive.
Yeesh. So that's a total of 9.
Nice.
I am great. Alright.
You know, you didn't get a negative, Matt, so I'll take it. I think
Don't mind Gummy.
is going to be the only one who sees anything.
Oh nope, hang on.
What's Skena's? Oh wait, Gummy has not.
He failed. And then Skena. Oh yikes.
Good job.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Proud of her.
I have a
What was-
perception bot cat. That's all I need.
What was the roll on your dice?
I have a +3 to perception on Skena, but
So you
Ooh.
rolled it too.
correct.
Wait.
So I rolled higher than you on the dice.
Yeah. Just for the record, in case any of y'all wondering, Gummy's perception is +7.
Is Skena, does Skena not have proficiency with perception?
You would think, but no. She's got the
Okay.
observant feat, but no, she does not have. It's mostly been pumped into her insight so far.
No, that's fine. I just
She's
I don't
very
know.
short. She can't
Thought you
see
did
what's
for
going
some
on.
reason. That's entirely reasonable.
Unless it's out of the corner of her eye, because her passive perception is pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, her passive perception is 18. So you know, if
Oh.
the monsters stay in the periphery, then she is
Mhm.
fucking on point. But if they approach her directly, it's a blind spot. She panics.
Well, that's okay. So
Skena is a prey animal.
She
Yep.
she has horizontal pupils.
yeah. So Ice,
Mhm.
you take first watch with Gummy,
Mhm.
who I assume licks his eyeball.
He does, but he licks his eyeball with a perception check of 19. So he does
Yeah.
a really good job of cleaning that bitch.
Yep. And it's you can still kind of hear the birds off in the distance from Skyquill, but otherwise it's pretty quiet. You don't really notice anything out of the ordinary. And then you go to snooze.
Yeah, and wake up Kaleva
Kaleva.
first. No, yeah, right. I remember.
Mhm.
Right.
As it goes to
And-
wake up Kaleva, Gummy just very nonchalantly crawls up to squat right between his horns.
Perfect.
He removes Gummy from his horns and
Gummy starts making very ugly noises and goes back to his horns.
he keeps removing Gummy from his horns.
Damn it! Strength check! No, I'm kidding.
I think I got you beat on that
I
one.
think you do.
Excuse me.
Or would it be a dex check since you're wrangling a cat?
I don't know.
Yes.
He bites you and you take one. I'm kidding.
Kaleva, on your watch, you also don't really see anything or hear anything out of the ordinary. Pretty quiet, still, peaceful night. And then your watch ends.
Alright, I'll go wake up Skena and Kiel.
Okay.
Kill kind of yawns and stretches, like twists his torso back and forth to crack his back a few times, and then still not fully understanding the point of keeping watch, is immediately going to settle down and pull out his inscription supplies and continue working on a scroll that he's been working on.
Skena just kind of scoots a little bit towards him, and like she knows that the last time that she approached him while he was doing that shit, he very clearly did not want her to see it. So she's trying to like not see it, but she's also trying to like take watch with him, you know? Like actually be doing it together. And assuming that his passive perception does not notice her trying to kind of like inch into his Gummy will just come in and start to like walk across the parts of the parchment that are already dry and just do cat things.
Oh, Gummy, no, and Gil will kind of pick Gummy up and put him on his shoulder and then continue working.
He will start chewing on his braids.
Go.
But after a minute, Skena does just kind of get over herself and scoot more in front of him, and she's trying to like be respectful, not look at what he's doing. But
he'll notice her. How does this look so far?
huh?
This scroll, I've been trying to get the border just right, and I'm struggling. And she would see a gray piece of parchment sprawled out in front of him. And he's currently working on a very intricate, very filigreed border, and he's using a familiar vial of golden ink.
Skena's brows kind of furrow, and has he gotten to the centerpiece of it yet?
Centerpiece hasn't been filled in yet, but a blank space has been left for it.
Okay, so there's not that very identifiable. Nope. Okay, then she would just kind of look at it and just be like, yeah, "That's very beautiful. What is it for?"
It's for Kaleva. I've been working on it for him.
Oh. What does it do?
He'll kind of chews on his words for a moment. It'll help with something very important to him. I don't want to give away any more than that. And he kind of, like, he doesn't straight up wink at her, but he kind of gives her that knowing smile and then goes back to work.
She kind of nods at that, and
Well, I'm sure he'll really appreciate it. He was really worried about what you might think of him when you knew that he could transform like that, and I know that was really weighing on him heavy.
Gil kind of stops writing and he'll put his ink pen down. Why? Why would he be worried about what I think?
Well, I think he's kind of opened up to you being a friend of his, and I think if somebody that he let in as a friend rejected him for who he was, it would really hurt him.
Gil looks kind of confused by this and just, I'd never reject Kaleva. I just want to know that he has control over his transformation, that the others are safe.
He does.
Then there's nothing to worry about. Gil kind of like smiles as if that settles the matter and goes back to work.
she still looks a little bit concerned in that way that her face usually looks at most times of the day. But she just smiles back a little bit and goes,
Kill, we really haven't gotten a chance to talk about things.
Yeah, I suppose we haven't.
weighed really heavy on my mind for a long time. And, I just want to say that I'm sorry. I think I might have said that already before, but I want to say it again. I feel like I set so many things into motion that were all terrible, and I didn't mean for any of that to happen, and if I had just kind of thought about what I was doing in any capacity before I did it, I don't think those things would have happened, and
Kale stops writing for a second time, and he full on puts his pen away this time and starts blowing on the paper to dry the ink. You're talking about Sato.
yeah.
Takes a deep breath and Skena, you have nothing to apologize for. What happened that night, Sato was entirely out of line.
He wasn't,
I think
though.
if he was still here, he would be willing to admit that.
He had a right to be upset that I tried to control him like that, and I've felt since then someone trying to control my mind like that, and it made me feel sick, and I hated it, and I was horrified that I had ever made anyone else feel like that. And then for that to be what got him in trouble,
Sato got himself in trouble. What you did was, I suppose, it was more of an unfortunate coincidence than anything. He was extremely sensitive to that sort of magic. He's told me a story. He had been affected by something similar to that before, and he was very against having his mind tampered with. You couldn't have known that, though.
but the kind of magic that it is, I don't have to know that somebody has a bad past with it to realize that it's a violation. I didn't have a bad past with it before it happened to me, and it had my stomach churning for weeks. I don't know why that's something that people just do and they don't think about. That kind of stuff is very commonly used. It's terrifying.
Kilpagana pauses and chews on his words for a little bit, and I can't speak for others on how they feel about this sort of thing. I feel like I've got sort of a skewed perspective on it myself, but in my mind and in the eyes of Thoth, my mind is my last bastion. It's the only place that belongs to me and only me. And I'm terrified of anyone tampering with that, of anyone messing with it or altering it in any way. Mind magic of any sort is terrifying to me. I mean, you saw what happened to Yenna. She was destroyed by it.
Yeah. And I couldn't.
What happened to me, I don't think that's necessarily where Sato was coming from. The spell you used, I recognize now, you were trying to help. You were trying to de-escalate the situation. And I wish he could have seen that. I wish he had the chance to get to know you the way I've gotten to know you. Because he would know that you would never intentionally try and force yourself or inflict yourself on himself and his mental state.
didn't know what else to do. And if I had to do it over, I would want to say that I wouldn't have done that, but I didn't. If it had worked, then maybe he wouldn't have gotten in trouble the way that he did, and I don't know. I shouldn't have taken that risk, but I'm
Kiel will
sorry.
kind of reach across. I imagine he's kind of like sitting at almost a stone slab that he's been using like a table, and Skena's on the other side. And he'll kind of reach across and like reach for one of her hands and just take it reassuringly. And you did the best you could. What happened afterward was not your fault. Like I said, Sato got himself in trouble, and to be honest, I don't think it had anything to do with you. I think he got what he wanted out of that exchange. He'd been looking for some sort of excuse or some sort of catalyst to hop off for a while. And he got it. Kiel kind of looks troubled at that.
What was he upset about?
Sato had been trying to warn me for years about corruption within the ranks of the Arbiters. Been trying to convince me, trying to tell me that they were not the paragons of justice we were all told they were. That our work was not actually in the service of the gods. It was not the will of the gods. There were better ways to do what we were doing. And I didn't believe him. I didn't want to believe him. Nobody did. Things he was saying, things he was calling us, saying we were murderers and butchers. Nobody wants to hear that. For years, he'd been trying to find a way to expose those in charge for what they were. And I think he just grew fed up with the situation. He wanted a stage. He wanted a platform to go public. He wanted to cause a scene. And when he attacked you that night, when he got arrested, he got what he wanted.
There's something horribly broken in that city. And I don't think that he was wrong. I know he wasn't wrong, and I know that he was dead right. And I tried to make a scene about it at one point. And it all just got swept under the rug. That Cleva almost died in that fucking pit. And
Kaleva was in the Colosseum.
yeah, he found his way to Farnu at some point, and I guess he got into trouble with someone and they roughed him up, and he was on the street all broken and bleeding and miserable, and I stumbled across him one day, and I didn't really think twice about healing him and wanting to invite him back to the temple.
As Skena's talking, Kiel has picked up his ink pen and is just kind of like nervously twiddling it in his fingers, but he's not interrupting.
He lived with me for about a year, and I don't think any of us intended for it to go on that long, but at the same time, it felt like the way that it should be, to just be doing things together. Because no one else that we had really met knew what it was like to kind of live life feeling like we were this alien species that other people could interact with but never really understand. And I think we found that in each other, and just feeling like some divine or fiendish thing had put us here, and we were just doing the best that we could to be humans. And Farnu doesn't like that. I think Farnu only tolerated me so long because I was the daughter of divinity. I was a crown jewel in that temple, I guess. And Kleva didn't get that. And I thought for the longest time that I could just give him that by proxy. By him living there in the temple with me, and he, on his own volition, would go do work and earn money and help out with chores, and he was a gracious guest. And I thought surely that would be what people needed to see to realize that he was in many ways a better worker than some of the people who were there as natives. And I guess for a while it worked, but well, at some point they decided to frame him for murder. And I'm not sure who, but somebody did. He said that there was an arbiter who was behind it, and I don't know how much he understood of the situation at the time. We didn't have a lot of time to talk about it afterwards, but I figured out that he was going to be put to death, and I went to the Colosseum and I stayed there all night. And then when the sun came up and they started to do the trials, I watched them until they got to Kaleva, and I tried to be the will of the gods, I guess. That's what they wanted. They wanted divine intervention, and I gave them that, and I nearly killed the arbiter, and I should have. He was everything that was wrong with that city. And even then, they couldn't call him innocent after that. After the gods had intervened, they couldn't call him innocent because they were hypocrites. And so they exiled him, and I hadn't seen him then for 10 years, up until a couple weeks ago. And everything seemed to fall apart after he left.
What do you mean you intervened? What do you mean you were the will of the gods? If what you're saying is true, if Kleva was given a trial of faith, it would have been a one-on-one ordeal. It's amazing that he escaped with his life.
I was the daughter of divinity for the Temple of Anubis. I'm descended from Anubis. I'm one of the closest things that I suppose you can get to a mortal who can, in some ways, channel a god directly. I really am not sure. I almost killed myself in the process, and it was a mess, but I remember feeling all sorts of things that I'd never really felt in my life before or since, and they were all... It was angry. It was just angry. I wanted everything to burn. And...
Jules?
Hello?
I'd like to make a history check to see if I recognize what she's talking about. Because
Go
out
for
of
it.
character, we know what's going on.
Uh-huh. Go for it.
Eight.
Oh.
Wait, can I... Okay, tell him what he will know, but if the conversation continues, I might be able to move some pieces into place.
I was gonna say, like, try, like, rolling with advantage, maybe. 'cause, I mean, you grew up in that, like...
Yeah.
Oh, well, in that case, 26.
Oh, yeah, no big
Oh,
deal.
much better.
Yeah, you heard about this, probably, maybe.
So,
you know,
it's safe to
something.
say everything clicks into place.
Yeah, probably, yep.
Sorry, 25. I only have a...
Oh,
Mm.
no, you don't get it then.
It was a natural 20, I mean.
Oh.
Okay, well, then you gotta say that.
I should have led with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why you gotta bury the lead like that?
I know, you made me work for it. No, you're fine. Yeah. So this clicks. Yep.
Yeah, so Skena's talking, and she's kind of beating around the bush, but after a moment, Kiel's eyes go wide. He asks in a sort of like hushed, almost odd tone. Skena, you're not saying you're not the angel of death, are you?
What?
That's what the others called it.
Oh my.
What happened that day? There was a trial that went off the rails. There was someone from the stands intervened. Just it couldn't be you.
I don't know.
There was a boy sentenced to death. He was given a trial of faith, and he faced his death without any weapons in hand, without any training. Him against the now overseer, and the gods intervened. They sent down an angel of death, and the battle reached a stalemate.
As he's talking, Skena is staring at him in horror and slowly starts crying.
I wasn't trying to do anything like that. I just. It was.
What happened?
I don't really know. Anubis wanted me to intervene. I wanted to intervene. I don't know where that came from. I don't know if it came more from me or from him. But there was some unity there, and I wanted everything to burn. And I did everything I could to make that happen, I guess. I don't know, Kiel. It was a lot. There was...
Kiel looks excited. He looks beside himself, and this is great. You fought Mosswood. You held him off, and you can do it again.
No.
With your help, we can
Kiel,
fix this.
stop,
We
please.
can go back to
Kiel,
Farno, and we can make everything right.
I almost died in the process, not because of what he did to me, but because of what that was doing to myself. And even then, that was when I had a halo. It was a different time. I don't think I could do that again if my life depended on it.
Keel's gone through a range of emotions in the last like 20 seconds, from awe to excitement to this look of pure elation at having found a solution to this problem he's been trying to solve, and back down to, I guess, for lack of a better term, disappointment that he's very poorly trying to hide. And kind of. So. You don't think you could do it again?
I don't know. I can't plan on doing it again. I had my God behind everything that I was doing, and I can't just schedule him to intervene like that again. That's beyond my control, and I'm not even sure if he really likes me all that much anymore.
Skena, what happened to your halo? How did you end up out here?
You know, it's kind of funny. For all we've mentioned about not liking the magic that controls your mind, it's really not that kind of magic that gets a stigma attached to it. There's the core dogma of everything that I was raised on is about the cycle of life and death, and how it's all very prescribed. You are born out of the ashes and the earth of those who have died before you, and you go through your life, you age, and sooner or later you die, and then you are returned to that earth, and you fertilize that soil for the next generation to be born from. There's no rewinding in that cycle. There's no stepping out of that cycle. That's the balance that the world needs to continue. And I would never do anything to go against that. The things that I can do, like when we ask questions to Lark's body, her soul wasn't dragged back into that body. I was able to speak to a memory of her that was still remaining in her brain matter. It isn't her. It couldn't possibly ever be her. And that's the only reason that I am okay with doing those things. Because I'm not dealing in souls. I'm dealing in tissues. And in that sense, it's, well, I guess to me anyways, it's no different than if I was growing plants with magic or conducting fire with magic. It's just a conduit. I mean, I thought that, but I don't know if that's right. It sounds right, but well, they didn't like that at the temple, and I just got really, really lonely after about 10 years. And my dog died, and then I had some rats, and they all died. And I just kind of was sick of things leaving me. And so I tried to bring them back, even if it was just memories of them. And that came really close to making me happy for a little bit. And then they found it, and they made me burn all of it, and then they made me leave. And then I dreamt of going south, and so I did, and I found Kaleva.
And that's when you lost your halo.
Somewhere in that.
They shouldn't have cast you out. You are the daughter of divinity, not them.
I don't want to be the
It's
daughter
not-
of divinity. I never wanted any of that. I just wanted to be happy.
But it's not for them to say what is and isn't right. And Kiel's fist is clenched at this point, but he's keeping a calm look on his face and continues and says, "What you said earlier, you're right. There is something very, very wrong in that city. All of it. Those in charge of Farnu claim to speak for the gods, but they have no clue what the gods' will are.
I did my best, Kiel. I tried to make a difference, and they just don't want to change. And I don't know if even if we did end up going back, which I don't want to, I don't know that we would have the ability to do anything differently. There's so much systemic problem. It's everywhere. It was in my temple, and I thought I had a very nice one.
I'm not sure what the solution is, but I swear I'm going to make it right. For you, for Kaleva, for Sato and Yana, and everyone still in the city. I'm going to make it right.
But are you gonna let it
And
kill you?
Kiel unclenches his fist, and his ink pen clatters to the stone, and it's bent and twisted and broken in one place. Kind of clatters hollow. He looks at it. Oops.
Skena reaches and picks it up and starts casting mending on it.
Thank you. No, that was magical. I'm not sure.
It'll fix the pen, but not the magic.
She's still doing it.
We're going to make it right.
I think enough people have died trying to make it right.
It's not a reason not to try. And Kiel stands up and stretches and looks around. Sun's gonna be up soon.
Yeah. I don't think I've really been keeping watch very well.
Oh, it's fine. Nothing exciting ever happens on watch anyway.
Yeah, I guess not.
Still got one left.
Do you have anything else, Daarka?
Nope, that's it. She's just gonna mend his pen to the best of her ability. Can't really get the dents out. And then she's going to set it aside with his stuff and just sit and be sad and try to stop crying.
Kiel will sit with her and just try and be there for her.
All right. Sorry. I was about to come back, and then I was like, oh, I have 2 seconds until my microwave's gonna scream at me, so I'll wait a minute. Okay. So, y'all's watch ends. Everybody's sad. Y'all are brutal. I am assuming somebody wakes up Owen for her watch.
Yeah. Gummy goes off like a little kitchen timer, and Skena goes, "All right, we're good."
He just yowls. All right. Owen. Just gonna remind myself what you rolled. It doesn't really matter, but yep. Okay. Yeah. So, you don't know anything about the serious conversation that you just slept through. So it's just cozy. The campfire's kind of going softly, and everything's quiet. If my come on. There we go. The sun is slowly starting to rise. It's making the sky like that pinkish purple color right before it actually is sunrise. And nothing really interesting happens. It's pretty quiet. And then towards the end of your watch, Owen gets real sleepy. And Kiel, did you not go back to sleep?
No, he's like, he'll keep the fire going and then he'll kind of lay back down, but I don't know if he's asleep.
Okay. Well, anybody who is awake,
Gummy.
except for Gummy,
What? Except for Gummy. Okay.
gets super duper tired, and then it's just like heavy, and sleep happens. I'm gonna say that. And you all have the same dream. Just one moment. There we go. Welcome to Pretty. Okay. Is the music working?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you all have the same dream. Wrote this out. I'm very proud of it. Here we go. Your view is like studying a map. Astra stretches before you, the islands around it, the expanse of the ocean, and the neighboring countries. Everything is quiet, and everything is peaceful. And then a sound like breaking glass and ripping parchment shatters the silence around you, the world rushing upward to meet your gaze, and so you find yourself standing on the beach, waves lapping at your feet. There is a rush of wind that kicks the sand up and rustles the tall grass among the dunes. Overhead, a massive comet looms in stillness across the sky as meteors streak past it and stars twinkle light years away. The comet's light grows dim as something darker than the night sky above you seems to wrap around it. Then, suddenly, the ground is falling away beneath you, the world crumbling as you are swept once more upwards, high as before. You find yourselves even with the comet now, which has grown cold and black as it hangs in the sky far too close to the land you love. The land, which seems to be unmaking itself like a puzzle, swept to the floor, piece by piece falling away until there is a void where Astra once settled among the waves. The comet crashes into that void. Then, slowly, land rises back into place, mountains and rivers and lakes all arranging in stranger, more varied positions, none of the landmarks so familiar to you before. You plummet back to the surface to land in a town this time. Unfamiliar, unknown. The people move mechanically. Then all at once, they stop and turn to face you. "Oh, there you are," a voice calls out. One you recognize but can't quite place as a figure jogs forward. They say, "We've been waiting for you." And then the dream fades to black. And everybody can wake up.
Matt, you're the fucking worst.
Kaleva's been sleeping curled up in a ball with the tip of his fluffy tail over his face, and when he wakes up, he accidentally snorts in his fur and just starts coughing and sitting there.
His coughing has Skena jolting up about 3 feet.
It's higher than a normal jump height, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially from a sitting position, that's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
impressive.
Oh no, she was horizontal. She was sleeping. She just levitated.
We were dreaming, guys.
Stiff as a board, light as feather. Stiff as a board, light as feather.
Oh, God.
Skena will kind of
Oh, I want to watch the craft again.
sit up and rub her eyes and look around and look at Gummy, and she will take a moment to kind of, for lack of a better term, mind link with him a little bit, and presumably gather that they had all just kind of dropped unconscious, from my understanding.
Yes.
And she'll frown at that and turn and look at Kaleva and see how he's doing.
Kaleva, as far as he knew, had been asleep the whole time. He was supposed to, and he's now sitting up and rubbing his nose where he snorts his fur. God, silence.
Jeez.
Are you okay?
Yeah. My tail was in my face and I snorted air.
Did you was something weird for you?
Oh, fuck. Did everybody have dreams again?
Okay, that's what it was then.
Kiel's been curled up next to Claire. Is she awake or is she still asleep?
She's awake now.
He's gonna put his hand on her shoulder and kind of mind link with her. And did you see what I saw?
What did you see?
It was another dream.
What was it about?
I don't know. I'm not making sense of it, but it wasn't good. And then aloud, Kiel kind of take stock of everyone. And is everyone awake at this point?
Yes.
I think we all jolted awake pretty simultaneously, if I'm not misunderstanding.
That is correct.
Okay.
I think we should hurry. Ice. If we were to pick up the pace, if we were to double time it, how soon do you think we could get to your monastery?
What if we skipped resting? We could cut it in half or so.
They're
Jesus.
still gonna need rest.
But we'd be exhausted.
Yeah.
Not suggesting we skip resting, but we can
Move faster.
This is urgent. The horses can afford to pick up the pace.
Sure, and they'll have space to rest there. I think they'll have food too.
Speaking of, we should probably get something in our stomachs and then try to get moving.
Get started, yeah.
Agreed.
And we will take a break right there.
Yay!
Because I know something.
What's up?
What?
You cut out a lot.
Said I was waiting to post them.
Oh,
Break.
gross.
Ooh.
Magenta mac and cheese for Valentine's Day.
I wish I could
No.
eat that.
Why?
Why?
like-
You don't wish that you could eat that. It looks like flaming hot Cheetos that went bad.
Except it also tastes like candy.
What?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Why did they have to
Don't worry. I'm almost certain there's no cheese in mac and cheese.
The vibrant pink hue comes from beetroot and carrot concentrates. As for what makes it taste like candy,
Oh.
the extra packet of powder contains fructose, natural flavors, and vanilla.
Oh, fructose.
Nope.
Cool.
I'm just
Don't
gonna
use
go with
that.
a hard no.
Just feed me plastic. Anyways,
I know, it sounds terrible.
thanks for letting me cry in y'all's ear. I'm gonna go squeeze a puppy and get a drink of water.
I like that
Lucky
idea.
for me too.
BRB.
And Izzy, are you dipping? I know you mentioned probably having to head out after Owen's watch. And I know I had to drop a bomb on you right then, but I'm glad you got to hang out for it at least.
Yeah. I'm gonna go potty.
Okay. Oh no, I'm not at the computer to switch over to the music.
Oh, I got it for you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna get a drink real quick then, and I'm gonna come back and fix the overlay if Izzy's leaving.
Okay.
I will need to. Shouldn't be
Right, I didn't think about that.
too. No, you're good.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out while you could, Izzy. I'm sorry you have to leave early, but I hope it is helpful for you. You're okay.
No worries, Izzy. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah. I'm glad. Sleep well, I hope. Oh, I'm sure the recording will love that. Yep. Hello.
Hello.
I'm making tiny tacos. Oh, I forgot to mute myself.
Oh my god, Matt, what have you done?
Just rolling 50 of each dice.
Good God. Okay, no, hold on. I have to see what number that pulled up. I figured out it'll show me if I go into somebody's sheet and then
It's
come
only
back.
1620.
Only. Can you imagine needing that number for anything?
Like a perception check, yeah.
Okay. You see the end of the universe. Like, Kevin No is right.
I'm sorry, did you roll 50 of each type of die?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's a decision.
Look, how did you spend your break?
In the bathroom. I went to go pee.
And then pet
Some of us
cat.
have different hobbies.
And then pet cats. I did have to pay attention to cats because I didn't
Yeah.
do that when I came home.
That first one's not a hobby.
Like going to the bathroom?
Yes.
Says you.
I mean, you could argue that it is
Nope.
a hobby.
I will not.
I do
I'm
it
not.
almost every day.
Okay.
Almost?
Matt, I think you should go to the doctor.
You don't go to the bathroom almost every day?
You
Do I go
don't
to
go
the
to the bathroom every day?
Every day. At
Sometimes
least
I have a
once.
good day.
That's the opposite of John Delaney's problem.
11 times is too many.
It's too many. But maybe once is not enough. Anyway. There's a difference between need and hobbies, too. Let's get that straight. Hot.
I swear, I don't know why more companies don't just hire me as a beta tester for their software.
Did you
They
break
should all
it?
do that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
My page still looks like that.
Oh. Refresh.
No, it looks cool.
But can you click on things now?
What would I need to click on? I rolled 50 of every dice.
Your I
Your
don't know,
other
perception
things?
for your next perception check or something?
Nah,
Do those.
I have my stats memorized. I'm good.
Okay.
Especially that one.
Yeah, that's true.
-3. I'm gonna try not to eat dinner too loudly. Or choke. Is everybody back?
back.
Yes, but I'm still fucking
Are you
with
still
the.
fixing the...
Yeah,
Okay.
because I got back like 2 minutes ago.
No, you're good. Izzy had to dip, so.
Yeah.
And that was my bad. I completely forgot to, like, mention that to you.
No, you're fine. I think I. Ooh, did I save this as a backup? Everybody say something.
Hi.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Something.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so I just have to edit that a little bit, and we will be kosher.
Matt, what is that purple rice that you linked?
That's Korean and black rice.
Oh, yeah. What's the context for that?
Well, it's rice that's black in Korea, and when you
Mhm.
cook it, it turns purple. It's
Oh.
supposed to be really healthy.
Healthiness
Does
is
it have a
stored in the
name as far
purple.
as like a type of rice?
What do they call it?
I feel like I've heard of that, actually, but I can't tell you where. Or what it's called.
No, Google. I don't think the official name is purple sticky rice.
Hook me bop, or however you pronounce pronounce that.
Hook me.
Hook me? Hook me,
Sounds
Bob?
right.
Yep, hook me. Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, I think I'm good.
Yay.
Sweet.
Oh,
I'm
man.
trying to not give you tiny taco ASMR.
Tiny taco ASMR. What a fucking phrase.
Well, I'm eating tiny tacos.
Man,
Oh,
I
Hyo
fucking
Kami Bap.
I'm
Is that how you pronounce it?
I refrigerated these Reese's cups so they would be, refrigerated. And somehow, at some point in the process, they melted terribly.
Oh, you know.
Okay, if I have to go talk to a doctor about the number of times I'm going to the bathroom, then Daarka needs to call a technician over their fridge.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to believe that they melted before I refrigerated them, because everything else in my refrigerator is fine.
Or is it?
Please, I don't need that anxiety.
I'm sorry.
And just look at your milk; it's melted too. It's all
No,
liquid
it's my refrigerator in my room. It just has like guinea pig veggies in it, and a Reese's cup previously.
If your milk is liquid, then it's too warm.
Milk
I think
is
we should
supposed to be
roleplay.
liquid. Yep. Okay, hi. So, welcome back to D&D. We here again.
Yes.
Did you have to stop recording?
What?
Did you have to stop recording
No.
to fix the... Oh, nice. Okay. Sweet. So everybody's awake now. Making breakfast. Sense of urgency.
Making breakfast is a strong word. Phrase
Eating
is a strong
breakfast
word.
rations.
Yes.
Skena saved one berry for breakfast,
Y'all do have rations.
Yeah.
but Skena has berries.
Okay.
Skin is not very rational.
She found her berry.
And berries.
She found her berries.
berries.
Thank you. Matt, that was horrible. You almost ruined my joke.
You're welcome.
But... Izzy said that Owen will be on her horse once y'all start traveling, but quiet, just focusing on traveling. Because everybody had a real awful, weird dream. I mean, it could have been worse.
You said we recognized the voice at the end. Familiar voice. What did it sound like?
It sounded like a voice you've heard before. And trying to focus on it further kind of just gives you a headache.
It's CNL. I'm saying that out of character.
No, yeah.
That's where my brain went to. but-
Keel's just riding on his horse, and then out of nowhere, out of it, like under his breath, he's just like, "It's CNL." Everyone's like,
My
"Pardon?"
my other thinking out of character is it wasn't the same for each of us.
Yeah, we haven't. That's possible. We haven't had a little powwow on what we actually dreamt about. We just were like, "Bad dreams, bad dreams. Let's go."
Yep.
Yep.
Y'all don't even realize you've shared the dream yet.
I mean, it's like, okay, not to metagame, but Skena was genuinely going to bring that up if no one else did, and just be like, I guess if they hit the road and they're all riding again, then at some point you should just be like,
So we all had like really weird dreams, right?
Well, I had a strange dream, yes. I lost a lot of it, but I remember a comet.
Yeah.
The comment
Comment.
that was enveloped in darkness and plunged toward Astra
Yeah.
and completely reshaped the land.
The world was wrong. The people in it were wrong.
But they kind of,
Different.
at least one of them knew us? Was familiar? Did anyone else see or hear that person, assuming they were there for everybody? Because I didn't get a good sense of them, but
I couldn't tell who they were just familiar somehow.
I mean, I heard someone. I don't know that they were talking to me, though.
Leave it to Ice to just be like, yeah, we all had a dream. We all had the exact same experience. And at the end of it, this unknown person addressed us. And Ice is like looking behind him like, me?
Me? Oh. Not even us necessarily. I don't know. It's somebody that sounded familiar. That doesn't mean that they were talking to us.
Do you have any more clues for us on the voice, Jules? Like male or female voice?
Jules is muted.
I'm assuming it was
Thank
just.
you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I forgot. Unfortunately, I do not. And think, like, even that detail, like, thinking back on it, it's like your voice, your brain recognizes that someone said the words, and these are the words they said, but you can't even, like, replay it in your head. Like, you can't hear it anymore.
I'm assuming, because, like, I've had dreams IRL like this where it's all just a fucking acid trip, and, like, I know things on a vague, abstract, conceptual level, but I don't have any details that correlate with that. So I'm assuming it's of that nature.
Yeah, sure. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I don't see what dwelling on it's going to accomplish. Hopefully the headmaster might be able to tell us what this all means.
Brief question though, Jules. Thinking back on it is hard, but, like, if Skena wants to take out her journal and write down the dream to the best of her memory, would she be able to take note of basically everything that you just pasted in chat there, or would that
Yes.
stuff be, like, fading from her? Okay.
It's like thinking about specific details of that are kind of tough, but
Mm-hmm.
you can remember enough of the given details, if that makes sense.
Right. Then what Skena's gonna do is write down and kind of take note of everything, and then read it out loud and make sure that everybody agrees that that's what their experience was, and then that's gonna be the end of it for her.
All right. So, anybody else have anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, that's it.
So
99 bottles of milk on the wall. 99
No.
bottles of milk.
why? What? I didn't.
Because it's a
Why
really
not?
long road trip.
But what? Yeah. So I have milk.
Because it's Skena.
Oh.
She doesn't
Are you
drink
a
beer.
criminal?
You don't
What?
even put anything in the milk.
I'll link you
Yeah,
the same thing
oh,
that I
man.
linked her.
Yeah, it's stupid
very
memes.
Griffin McElroy energy.
It really
Okay.
does sound and look a lot like him, but that's
Okay.
for another time. Yeah.
99 eyeballs on Skena's forehead. 99 eyeballs.
On her forehead?
No, shut up. Get out of here with that. I'm gonna hose you
What?
down, boy.
Oh.
Knock it off.
Sorry, that
It
was
would be
a weird
very
thing for me
small.
to just say.
Yeah, that guy's fucking bizarre. Fuck you.
It's not that weird. Anyway,
I don't know where it came from.
Negative 99 perception on Kiel. Negative 99 perception.
negative's not that.
Only -3.
Level up, skip ASI, negative 100 perception.
I was gonna say with your proficiency it'll just get better, but you don't have proficiency in that, so it won't. Unless you take it, I guess? I don't know. Anyway. How fast are y'all going?
What is the next tier of fastness above what we were doing previously?
I don't know, you're the horse girl.
But okay, there's D&D mechanics. Like, are you asking for a horse's gait? Because if we were walking yesterday, then the next step up would be a trot. But in
Would that
D&D,
be
I
double
know that
speed?
I don't know. I'm gonna Google it. I hate you guys. I hate you guys.
I'm pushing to double our time, so like if
Okay.
we were 5 days out, I'd like to get there in 2.5 days.
Whatever, I'll figure that out, what out that equates to. It's not gonna be a comfortable ride. Skena's gonna have a very sloppy journal entry for this very important thing that she's trying to document.
She could wait until we,
Could.
pause to camp.
But won't.
Liv is probably going to be a little bit bow-legged because he's not used to riding on a horse yet.
I might forget in that period of time.
Yeah, you never know.
Who knows?
And if anything, Kiel is perfectly adapted to this, and
Yeah.
he's leading the charge on this. Probably oblivious to the discomfort of his traveling companions.
I could see that. Yeah, Claire's just like, doo-doo-doo, here we go. Totally fine.
Finally get to open up and run a little bit.
Ah. Oh, I will say, when Skena read the dream, Claire tells you, Kiel, that she also had that dream.
Oh, she did.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. Right. Daarka, does Skena know protection from saddle sores yet?
No, that's a next level, I get that. Sorry, buddy.
Damn.
So, yeah, you just be trotting or loping. It's not bad.
I will say, if we're getting fucking technical about it, that the trot could be maintained for a while, but the
Yeah.
lope would fatigue the horse quicker.
Yes. That much at least I do know.
Yeah. It's a little commonsensical too, so.
Yeah. Trot with the occasional loop.
Yep.
Considering they're also going into the mountains.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's on an incline.
Yeah,
it's
but
not
horses
quite
can
yet.
trot up an incline fairly well. They just,
So,
it's easier than loping.
I think we might be getting lost in the details.
We are,
Yeah.
for sure. Would you like me to
I'm just
elaborate
saying-
further on how horses can trot?
No, it's
Okay.
fine.
Well, in
This
Red
reminded
Dead
me of-
Redemption, horses get tired if you go fast up hills.
Most things do in real life.
Reminded me of Nicole's game a couple Mondays ago when we were like, creatures were flying and we were busting out the Pythagorean theorem to see if they could close the distance in a three-dimensional grid.
Jesus.
Sometimes, because fantasy is enough.
Yep. So, you're trotting along. About halfway through the day, you do come across.
Beg your pardon?
You come across the.
Oh no, that person on the side of the road, they're throwing up. Quick, someone help them.
Nope. You come across the air shrine.
Oh God, thank you for saying shrine. I'm like, it's all around though.
Well, we didn't know it until now.
Uh-huh.
Jesus, I'm
Do we want to
sorry.
stop and get our souvenir rocks or keep
Might
going?
as well. We gotta collect them all. We gotta, cause then they'll have time to hatch as we're making our way down the road.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what they do.
Sure.
Plus, I guess it would be just a good resting stop to, stretch
Mhm.
and.
Water the horses.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. And these ones are. What's that called? What are you? Use this.
Is it what, like a quartz or?
No, it is Smithsonite.
All right, Dakota, you gem slut. Tell me what the fuck that means.
That's not one I've ever heard of.
Oh shit.
So the first one was calcite, I said?
Yep.
And that's Smithsonite. That is the second one. And I will link a picture. If I can find it here.
Smithsonite, also known as turkey fat or zinc spar.
Oh.
Gross.
Oh.
Oh God, that first
Butterball.
picture really does look like just a pile of fat tissue. Oh my God.
Okay, no.
Butterball.
No, hold on.
Air is disgusting.
I have a picture. It's
I-
blue. Blue Smithsonite. And it looks like. Come on.
Looks like fish eggs.
Yeah, like fish eggs. That's what I see.
Give me this picture. No. Not that one.
I was mostly memeing, but it really does look like fish eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Or those like little Orbeez balls that were the rage for like 1 month several years ago.
I'm dumb. I am on an iPad. I can just pull it up on my iPad. Do. There you go. It look like that. And they have little swooshies carved in. To represent air. And, thank you. You beat me to it.
Y'all ever seen botryoidal hematite?
I'm sorry
No,
about your
That sounds
hemorrhoids. What?
horrifying.
Ooh, metal meat.
Yep, I was right. I didn't know how right I was.
What'd you call it?
Horrifying.
Hold on.
That's like cyborg gore.
No, that's a layer of hell.
Cyborg
That is-
gore.
That is a wall of eyeballs and blood. That is a layer of hell.
No,
I
it's like
love it.
it's like chromatic. It's like I want some.
That's the meteor that crashed to Earth and brought the light eaters.
We found
No.
it. Mystery solved. Let's go home.
We did it.
Nope. Nice try. Why won't you let me copy this picture? There we go.
You know what? Kaleva's going to turn to Kiel. He's going to be like, how many of those, the fire rocks did you take?
How big were they, Jules?
They were
Like marbles,
a little bigger.
golf balls.
That actually have the perfect picture to even illustrate that. There we go. And then if it will let me. So oh, thank you. They fit between a couple of fingers. They're small, but they're a little bigger than marbles.
Yeah, so like golf ball.
Probably would have grabbed about 5 of them then.
Can I snag one of those from you?
Yeah, sure. You'll toss one to him.
We'll take that one and the air one, and I'm thinking of sending them to Yorick.
Oh, that's a good idea.
He'd like that, I think.
Yeah. He was pretty determined to think that we were going to be famous, so I figured if we write him and let him know how things have been going and the kind of stuff we've run into.
You're so cute.
Well, I mean, maybe we should censor some of what we've run into.
Well, yeah,
But the idea is great. I think that's a really nice thing to do.
and then he'll put the rocks away and be ready to move on at whatever point.
All right.
Yeah, Kale's giving the party a chance to rest, but he's eager to keep moving.
Would you say he's chomping at the bit?
Yeah, Claire definitely is.
Mm-hmm.
Claire has a bit. Oh no.
She doesn't need to talk. Wait, but bits aren't like a bad thing. They don't hurt the horse.
So we good?
Chomping at the bit. Doo, doo, doo. Okay, yeah, let's go.
Oh, y'all. So, travel it along. You do eventually, as it nears nighttime, make it to the ground.
What?
What?
Earth.
Earth.
Oh.
Thank you. Ground. Whatever.
We fall? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yep. No. Make it to the Earth Shrine. You go into the little box there.
Yeah.
It's just rocks. No, I'm kidding. This one is agate. And they have little earth symbols. And there's a little campsite, just like before.
About what point in the day is it by now?
By this point, it is nearing nighttime.
Well, do you guys want to do camp again? Or maybe push on a little bit further? We might lose the option of having a pre-made campsite if we keep going, though.
This will be fine. We can rest here for a little while.
Yeah, we shouldn't travel through the mountains in the dark, especially at the pace we were going.
Okay.
Stopping for the night, and we'll leave again early tomorrow morning. I can take first watch.
This far along the road, we may not need watches.
Probably still not a bad idea regardless.
Okay.
I'll take second watch.
I can take third watch.
If you want, I can. Then you can rest more thoroughly.
That's okay.
Hey, Jules.
Mm-hmm.
As the stars come out, am I able to see any comets in the sky?
No.
Okay.
I'll give you that one as a freebie. Oh my god.
Oh my god, found my berries.
No. I have to link you specifically something, Dakota.
Cool.
I was looking for the next stone preemptively so that I'd have it ready, and I found something that I feel like you would appreciate.
Is it my favorite stone?
I don't know actually. It's your favorite shape though.
A dick?
Oh.
A dick? Is it a dick? Is it a
Yes.
is it a
Dick.
dick rock?
It is! It is!
Anyway,
A blue sandstone dick! I love it!
it's small.
It is small. So, quick fun story. I
Oh,
once
no.
ordered myself a gemstone penis, and it got delivered to one of my neighbors' houses.
Oh no.
And I knew it got delivered to them. Like, I knew the address, but I couldn't
Nope.
go ask them for it because
Nope.
that was not going to be a thing that happened.
How much money
So
did
I
you
lost my
spend on it?
gemstone dick. Oh, it was only like $15.
Oh,
This one's like itty bitty bitty, like half of your pinky, itty bitty. But I just saw it and I was like, oh no, I have to show Dakota. Anyway, so this one is marked explicit, mature, right? Yeah. Okay. This is the explicit episode. Every episode is explicit. Anyway. Hi.
Hi,
Welcome
what's up,
Hi.
dicks?
Back to D&D. So, no, there's no comment. Did y'all say you were doing watch?
Yeah.
Who's watching?
I
Kill
have moved
Cliff and
us
Skena.
into the position.
Oh, thank you. No watch for ice.
Apparently not.
I mean, you can
Alright.
if you want.
Well, I think if we take fewer watches and
Ow.
overall spend less time here, then we'll get there faster. So
Fair enough.
All right. So those who are doing what, go ahead and roll.
My
Loki.
God, all of my dice. I've tried switching between them, and it's just
That's what you get. Oof.
the middle dice are being fuck asses. I'm gonna find one of my other ones.
I'm gonna laugh when Kale's the only one who sees anything. Oh my god.
Hell yes.
I was kidding.
I've been sitting on that one patiently. I rolled right as I said I was taking watch, and I'm just like,
Sorry, I gotta do math. Perception. Oh, and I'm gummy.
Whose is that?
Shit.
Yep.
That was Skena.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ, gummy.
Good lord. Okay. So, first watch. Kaleva.
Keel's in first watch.
Oh wait.
Yeah, I
You're
moved
right.
them in order.
Yeah, no, I looked at it and then I immediately saw it incorrectly. Kiel.
Yep.
You are up first. So you are now where you would normally be the next day. You're a day ahead of schedule now. It is quieter, closer to the monastery, and further away from Skyquill. There's almost no birds chirping, which even at nighttime, it was chirping in Skyquill. but it's much quieter here. Every now and then there's like, you know, bugs or a frog or something. But during your watch, you see a shooting star. Do you make a wish? No, kidding. I mean, I'm kind of curious, but
Plucks an eyelash.
Ow! I don't think that's how that one works.
Yeah, no, you pull an eyelash out when you make a wish, right? That's the thing.
No, it's when you get a
No.
loose eyelash on your face you can make a wish.
This is a thing, I
Fucking rip
promise.
it out of your
Oh,
face.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna
you
take
do
your
that.
word for it.
Who hurt you?
Apparently he did.
Ow. Oh, that sounds so painful. My eyes are watering. Like, you can't.
Here I am. So I pluck my eyelashes and eyebrows out with my fingers all of the time because
No.
it's a bad
Oh man.
idle habit.
Don't do that.
I do it anyway.
At least make wishes.
I wish
I
to
wish I
stop
would
plucking
stop
my
you.
hair off my face.
Okay, yeah, that's valid. Anyway. So, you see that shooting star. No comet, though. You're good. But yeah, otherwise you don't see anything. It's nice and quiet. Gummy doesn't see anything, for sure. I mean,
With his
he
elf
would've.
eyes.
Yeah.
You put
Gummy, what
elf
do your
eyes
dwarf
in
eyes see?
Gummy?
Gummy licks both of them. My
Ah.
tongue.
At the same time.
Oh no, did my pun get lost? Because that's a really good one.
What'd you say?
Hmm?
I think it did. 'cause
Do you
I
say
missed
what
it.
did your dwarf eyes see?
Yes, I did.
That's so good. I love it. Oh my god. I'm gonna
That
use
sounds
that
delicious.
every single day of my life when I finally have that cat.
Oh, God. Beautiful. But yeah, that ends that watch.
Alright, we'll wake Liv up.
Alright.
He
Mm-hmm.
groans. He is very sore.
I bet.
And he very gingerly. He doesn't even sit down to take his watch. He stands up and he's.
Gummy attempts once more to go on his head.
Puts him back on the ground.
Gummy goes back on his head.
He puts him back on the ground.
This continues a few more times.
He eats the cat. Just flings him across the campsite.
And as he's sailing through the air, he makes his perception check.
Good lord. Yeah, so on your watch, it's real quiet. And Gummy is very distracting.
Mm-hmm.
But everything seems fine.
Cool.
Gummy doesn't notice a whole much more that's interesting.
He notices that Kaleva's a fucking dick.
You know, that's subjective. And that is your one.
Cool. Go wake up Skena.
Skena is groany and not as sore as Kaleva is because she doesn't have like the body mass to like she bounces, so the saddle shit wasn't as brutal, but she was still enjoying her sleep. But she does get up and she looks at Gummy once and then back at Kaleva, and then she's rubbing her eyes and she just goes, "He's just trying to sit with you.
I just don't want him on my head.
He likes it there. It's warm.
I just don't like him on my head.
Okay. Maybe don't throw him though, please."
Gummy looks back over his shoulder at Kaleva because he just snitched on his ass.
Yeah, Kaleva's giving Gummy the side eye and is like tattletale.
But Skena will get up and do her watch.
Children. All right. On Skinner's watch, she also sees a shooting star. And then shortly thereafter, the sunrise. But otherwise, not a whole lot happens.
Gummy is too proud of himself for telling on Kaleva, so he sees nothing. He's just grooming the
Yep.
entire time.
He's a smug ass cat.
Yeah. But yeah, once the sun rises and it's an early start, but it's a reasonable time to start, she will start waking everybody else up and being like, all right, I think we should probably get going.
Down some trail rations and be on their way.
Alright.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Poor
you
Owen's
travel
probably
out.
sitting on her bear pelt.
Yeah. She is indeed. And then like sitting on as much as she can, but still snuggled in it, I'm sure.
Mhm.
And away you go. And I'm just looking up something. Oh, I can't think of. It really sucks when you need to look up something and I can't think of the word for the thing and you're looking it up.
Uh-oh.
And I can't even ask y'all, hey, what's the word for this thing?
The website is Bad Dragon.
Nope.
Yeah.
Don't need that one.
So
Ah, got
proud
it.
of you,
Okay.
Matt. You got that.
Yeah, it's the website for misbehaving dragon.
No, nope, you lost it.
It's okay. I found
It's
what I
actually
need.
where the movie title How to Tame Your Dragon came from.
Oh.
No, it is not.
Oh no.
Oh. That'd be a,
Oh no.
I'm gonna move.
definitely a very different movie. That
Those were
Yeah.
children in that movie. We're gonna move right the fuck along.
Yep. So anyway.
But they don't have a Toothless on the website?
Nope. Shut the fuck up.
Today's episode was sponsored by.
No, it wasn't Dragon.
Sure was not.
Disney Pixar's Bad Dragon.
Oh my god.
No.
DreamWorks anyway.
Oh, it was DreamWorks, you're right.
Yeah, this is the Disney version. That's why it has a different name.
Yeah, everyone knows that Walt really got dark after the 2020 year just kind of put a dent in everything for him. He decided, fuck it, let's make porn.
Never mind that he's dead.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Whoa,
It's not
said anything
dead.
about porn. Jeez.
I hate you.
Moving right along.
I don't think Jules can.
I think we killed them. They're dying a little bit.
A little lot.
A little lot.
So anyway. Traveling along. Hold on.
White paper, white paper, white paper.
What?
Well, that's what you say when you need to get a thought out of your head. You just go white paper, white paper, white paper.
Well, that's perfectly normal, but pulling your eyelashes out isn't.
Yes, correct.
No. Okay, when you wish on eyelashes, you don't pull them out of your eye.
It's when you find one. That's what makes the
Like
wish
on-
like serendipitous. If you
Oh, so
pull
you
it
can't
out
just force the
yourself.
wish by,
Yeah,
like-
exactly.
No.
Shit.
That's like genetically modifying a four-leaf
It's-
clover.
It's
Yeah.
when you find a stray eyelash like on your cheek.
Y'all, we got some roleplay to do.
Yep.
It ain't this.
Anyway.
We will talk about eyelashes another time, I guarantee it.
What
Yep.
the fuck am I supposed to tell an eyelash on my cheek from a beard hair, like straight beard hair?
Jesus, that's a you
Grow a
problem.
longer beard. Then you
I
can tell
don't-
by length. Anyway,
Are they not a different color? No. We'll talk
No.
about this later. Anyway.
there are different shapes.
Why do we
Moving
have
on.
so much to say about facial hair?
How many calories are in an eyelash?
No.
No. Jesus Christ.
Matt. Stop it.
Skena throws
So-
herself off the horse.
You're not on the mountain yet. That won't do you any good.
She just wants to lie in the road until the worms take her.
That's fair. So about your wow. Hold on. So the first day you got 6 days away, then 5, then so you're 4 days away now, right?
We wake up, yes.
We went
guess?
double time
No.
yesterday. So
Right. So we traveled 2 days in one, effectively.
correct. Then 4, yes.
So 4,
Okay.
more or less.
I should add like a day's travel type of mechanic to this map, so we can
No.
like put little pegs in it and just like have.
I don't.
But we could.
I feel like
It's
I feel
okay.
like that's too much.
Yeah.
Enough
Okay.
is too much.
You're fine. Anyway, so you guys are traveling along, and I would like, as you near the 4th shrine, for everyone to roll group perception check.
Sorry in advance.
Thank God,
Oh.
finally.
Sorry in advance. Yikes.
I'll take it.
So, this would be a lot better if I could pick and choose which one I was attributing to being the gummy D20 and which one was the Skena D20. But I rolled them in an order specifically with that in mind, and I can't go against it. So,
Yep.
Skena got an 11, and Gummy got a 12. Wait. Yep, 12.
So what I'm hearing is across the board, this is a perfectly average perception. Group
Pretty
perception check.
damn close, yeah.
-1, Matt. Yikes.
Yeah, averaged with Justin's roll. It's like 10 for each of us.
Mhm. I mean, that's yes.
A moment.
You're a what?
One moment.
Oh, I thought you said I'm a lead.
No, I said one moment.
Jules is elite gamer.
I love them, but I don't believe that to be true.
Thank you. Where is Skena? Interesting. Okay. So perfect. As you guys near this, a couple of you hear it first and then can point it out to the others. Oh, I should have rolled for Claire. Nope. Anyway,
Do you want to roll for Owen?
oh yeah, I have the sheet even.
Shit.
Do, 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 do. It's nice on D&D Beyond because I can just click buttons. Perception. Well, that sounded interesting.
Sounded like you dropped your dice in a glass of water.
I was
It really
thinking
is.
a toilet.
The potion bottle dice.
No, it's not a toilet. Jules already said their hobby is not going to the bathroom.
Oh my god.
That is correct. Thank you. Nope.
I love that.
So she got a 12.
Keeping with the law of averages.
You guys hear some movement up ahead, which you haven't heard at all this whole time.
Define some movement.
It sounds like there are people up ahead, but not on the trail itself.
Kaleva's gonna activate his amulet of human disguise.
Maybe.
The rest of the group is looking a little sore. Kiel will say, I'll go check it out, and he'll kick Claire into a gallop and right ahead.
Okay.
And run over whoever's up there.
Well, they're not on the trail.
Like, that's gonna stop Kiel.
Yeah, where are
Move, bitch. Get out the way.
As you run up ahead, Kiel, and Claire is galloping on, it goes silent.
Where am I right now? What's around me, and where did I hear the noises coming from?
So you are probably past the. Actually, hold on. One. Let me just. So you're probably there-ish, far ahead.
Wait.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, we have a map. I didn't realize.
Yes! Sorry.
Oh, it's all snowy. When did that happen?
That's just the map I grabbed.
I can turn the snow off if it's not snowing.
Yeah.
I will do that.
Thank you. I forgot about the snow effect.
You're good.
Okay. So the sound seemed like. Where'd my pencil go? It was coming from. Whoa.
Sorry. Took away the snow.
Ah.
Now it's just snowy instead of snowing.
I can't take away that much snow.
No. That's fun. Well, now my pencil doesn't work.
Oh dear.
So it's coming from, if we are looking at the map, the right side, kind of that clump of trees over here.
Okay.
All
But
right,
it goes silent as you go forward.
Kiel will ride forward a little bit when. Hello? Anyone there?
And there's like the slightest of rustling. And then like a shh.
You can come out. We don't mean you any harm. Just passing through.
And there's a long pause. And then three teenagers step out. And they're kind of eyeing you. And then one of them's kind of eyeing past to the rest of the group.
Hey, what are you boys doing up here?
We live up here.
What are they wearing?
ID.
They're wearing kind of ill-fitting clothes. They're not like tattered and falling off of them, but they don't quite fit right.
Do they look like monks?
No.
Do they look like runaway escaped monks?
No.
Oh, well, it's a very nice area. You guys are lucky to live somewhere with such a great view. My friends and I were just passing through. We won't be long.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure.
All right, well,
Uh-huh.
just be passing through.
Okay.
Very well, and Kiel will just kind of ride back and wave the others on. Like, all right,
What was it?
just some boys. They said they live in the area. I caught them hiding in the bushes, but I mean, they seem honest enough.
Skena squints and then turns to look back at Ice to see like if that's normal. Is that a thing that happens around here? Kind of look on her face.
Does that sound?
Nope.
Yeah, there shouldn't be people living this close.
Oh, and the shrine is like over here.
Does
So
the
that-
shrine look like
Wait, where's the shrine?
ransacked or anything?
This area here?
Yes,
Oh.
right there. No. Oh, okay. Well, it'll still let me do this. Okay. Yes, it's over here.
You can also go into the tile tool and put down something as a physical marker. Or that.
That was me.
Oh, that'd do it too.
I don't know how to get rid of it. Ah, I did it.
Okay. Do we want to stop for a quick rest at the shrine and just keep moving forward?
Well, I kind of feel like maybe those little rocks will make sense if we have all of them. It's still really bothering me.
It's as good a thought as any.
Sure.
Can we see them as we get closer? Do they stay out or do they go back and then off the trail?
So one of them goes back. Ooh, wrong thing. One of them goes.
Still the wrong thing.
Whoa,
One of them
Skena.
goes back.
Oh,
and
no.
The other,
It's okay, I'll walk.
the other two
Gonna
stay
just
out and kind of eye you guys.
Okay. Do they look familiar to me at all?
No, they do look younger than you.
Sure.
They don't look like anybody from the temple or anything.
Okay.
And this one is the water shrine. And you get blue goldstone. With a little water symbol carved into it.
How pretty.
Is that blue sandstone?
Mhm.
Blue goldstone.
Oh. What's the difference?
Mhm.
They look identical.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Let me look. Blue sandstone. Wow, they do look really similar. Oh, also called blue goldstone. Yep,
Oh, okay.
they are the same.
That would
I've only
explain
ever
it.
heard it as blue goldstone. Goldstone. But yes, two of the teenagers, the teens, are staying and keeping an eye on you guys.
Okay.
And kind of talk amongst each other.
Skena can read lips.
Uh-huh.
If she looks their way, what does she see them saying? Because she does have the observant feet.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's your eyes that are observant. But if
No,
she does
that's
it with
part
her
of-
feet, then
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh. Awful. And yet.
Skena has tremor sense.
Oh, good. 1 second.
Skena's a
Just-
burrowing monster.
Skena has tremor sense
She can,
70 plus feet.
if everybody's stopping here, she'll go over and like pet Claire and, you know, get closer.
Mhm. One of them is talking with his back to you, kind of on purpose. The other one is not doing as good of a job at masking his face. And Skena, you get... Jeez. Get, I don't know, I mean, that one's pretty small. And then, like, a big shrug. And then the other one, like, talks, but you can't see his mouth moving. And then he points back where they came from. And then kind of gestures in your direction.
Can I hear anything with my
With your fancy
special?
ears?
Yeah, my fancy ears.
Do you have fancy ears, or do you just have fancy nose?
Hearing and smell.
That's not what I meant to do at all.
Say, I
What
think
did
he
you
has a
do?
magic nose and fancy ears.
Is that 60
I have
feet?
advantage on checks that rely on hearing or smell.
And how far away are they?
60 feet from Kleva. Yeah, 60 feet from Kleva, 45 from Skena.
How far can people normally hear?
That's a
Depending
good
on
question.
how loud they're speaking, further than that.
Okay.
Especially in the snow. Sound
Yeah.
carries in a snowy field.
Okay.
It echoes really well off of the snow.
Okay.
Snow's
Yeah.
basically known as nature's megaphone.
I just. Listen, I know I live in the desert and, like, I don't know what snow is, but I cannot tell if you're bullshitting.
No, that's...
I mean, I've never heard that phrase, but snow really does.
Okay,
It
okay. 'Cause-
reflects sound waves in a way that causes them to amplify themselves better than other forms of ground cover.
Okay, you
Yep.
all seem to believe that, so I'll believe it too, but you gotta admit, you have to admit that Matt, in a fucking serious tone, just being like, snow is
Matt
nature's
is a shit kid, that's-
megaphone,
Yeah, that's
sounds
valid.
fucking bonkers.
Yeah, it's not actually called nature's megaphone. I made that part up. But
Yeah,
it is
but
sound
it
amplifier.
makes it sound
But
so
it's true.
unbelievable.
Jules, do you want me to roll anything?
It's
Yes,
probably
give
because he uses the
advantage.
same tone for that he uses for every time he is trying to blatantly
I know,
bullshit.
it's the worst.
I love it.
And that's perception, right?
Yes.
Excellent.
No, I definitely agree with Jules. I love it. It's a little wild that I spend so much time trying to determine, is he bullshitting me or is this a thing?
Got an 18.
Okay. Excellent. So you managed to hear the one that has his back to y'all say, I just don't know if you will have any interest as far as that goes. Like, I feel like this is different.
As soon as Skena reads the lips and just kind of gets the extent out of that she's going to, she just starts making her way towards them.
Okay.
I just paid very close attention to this. He was kind of trying to keep an eye on them anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Clave is moving closer since Skena is, because...
Gil's oblivious. He's watering the horses.
Yeah.
That's fine. Somebody needs to.
So the one that had his back to you doesn't initially hear Skena coming. The other one, like, smacks him on the arm, like, turns him around to face you, Skena.
Heather backhands him across the face. Hey,
Wow, we found
Does
someone
that,
with
like-
worse perception than Kiel.
Panic smack on the arms.
Skena, who is the god of insight, apparently sees that. And she just kind of gives a little wave, and she's just like, "Hi, real quick, do they? You said that they were kind of raggedly dressed, right?
So their clothes don't seem to fit them super well, but they're not like falling apart.
Okay. And then do they have any like perceptible weapons or anything on them?
Yes, actually. They have they each have a scimitar.
And last question, if Skena is
Yep.
looking, do they have any sort of insignia anywhere on them? Any sort of symbolism or amulets or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
what race were they?
They are humans.
Okay.
Then yeah, Skena's just gonna give a little wave and just be like, "Hi, I have to admit, I'm super curious as to you guys live here? This doesn't seem like there's civilization around for a while."
Oh, we're just a small group.
Can I ask what kind of group?
Like a family group.
Insight check.
Go for it.
What does a 24 get me?
I don't know why I rolled. So he's like he's telling the truth-ish, but he's also definitely hiding something.
You guys seem really jumpy. Is everything okay?
Yeah. No, we're good. Just, it's been a while since people have come through here.
I'm sure this seems pretty remote. How long have
Yep.
you and your family been in this area?
They kind of look at each other.
Don't think about it too hard. If it's the truth, the answer should be right there on the surface.
Yeah. Long time.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
How long?
Skena just turned into a fucking cop.
Good.
I'm gonna need to see your license and registration.
Need proof of ID, please.
You have a permit for those scimitars?
Since we were kids, so a while.
It probably doesn't help that Kaleva is stink-eyeing them so hard.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, like I said, I can't imagine living out here. It seems pretty desolate, but, do you need anything before we kind of carry on? Like, we might be able to help out with some rations or something. You guys look kind of thin, says the fucking waifish little twig.
Uh-huh. I mean,
You.
what?
Sorry.
What were you gonna say?
Isn't it wayfish?
Wayfish,
That's what I
wayfish.
thought.
Is it
Wayfish.
Pretty
wayfish?
sure it's wayfish, but I wasn't gonna say
Oh,
anything.
Whatever. You know what I mean.
I also thought it was like wife-ish.
She's a wifey.
Looks like someone's wife. Yeah.
material.
She's a
The
waifu.
wayfish. The wayfish queer ass.
That's me.
Hate it. Hate it.
That is me.
Oh, Jesus.
It is about this time as they're like trying to look at each other to figure out an answer that the third one comes back and like looks at them, looks at Skena, squints a little, and then is like, "Hey, come here for a sec," and reaches out to like try and grab her.
Is he the 10 feet away that it shows on there, or is he within arm's
Oh,
reach of her?
Sorry.
No, I'm just curious.
There we go.
Yeah, no, it's fine. She's not gonna resist being grabbed, but the second he grabs her, she's casting Inflict Wounds.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh,
We're doing that now.
Well, he grabbed her. Hang on.
Is this Skena's version of a rape whistle?
what?
What?
Like
Oh,
personal
shit.
taser?
I never.
I like
oh my
that,
God.
yes.
Yeah. there
Hang
you
on,
go.
hang on. I never, in all of the long rests that we just did, I never refreshed my spell list. Hang on.
Oh, oops.
I said Inflict Wounds. That's core for
Yeah.
me. I always carry that. I'm not going to say anything else until I sort this out.
I will add in the moment Kaleva sees them grab at Skena, he is unsheathing his blades and moving forward very
Oh.
quickly.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Anyone saying anything? Because Keel's still watering horses.
Not yet, unfortunately.
I'm waiting for that to finish playing out before I state Ice's reaction.
Cool.
So I think that's a reasonable thing to do.
Y'all just decided you wanted to see these twinks obliterated.
No, she just wanted to see what the fuck they were doing and maybe like tell them to chill before they try to rob them or something.
I'm imagining Owen is just like flopped down into the snow. in bear
She's
pelt.
taking a nap.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm good. So yeah, Inflict Wounds. I was going through my spell list. I'm like, why isn't Inflict Wounds here? Oh, I don't even have it prepared.
Whoa.
Well, cause I
guess
think
it's
I
not
dropped it like last time when you were like, yeah, it makes sense that Skena would have Speak with Dead prepared, and so in a panic I was just like dropping something I knew I wasn't gonna use that day.
That's fair.
Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be a 2nd level Inflict Wounds. And I'm assuming because he is grabbing her, she doesn't have to roll to hit if it's touch.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So then
He's already touching you.
that is going to be yikes, 4d10.
Holy shit, you're
That's
gonna kill
second
him.
level?
Oh.
2nd level, yeah, because it's 3d10 as a 1st level spell, which is
Jesus.
disgusting. It's absolutely
Watch
disgusting.
Skena just kill him and he wounds up
He
just a
doesn't want to be
regular person.
grabbed. It's a reasonable request. Okay, 3d10. Gonna,
Well, do you need to roll for it?
oh yeah, no, not for it to hit because he grabbed her and it's touch.
But it's still
As
attack
stated.
roll, right? Or am I
That's up to
mistaken?
Jules.
She asked for a ruling. She got one.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it makes sense
Yeah.
to me that like
Sure.
he's already made
Okay.
contact with her. But again, if Jules had an issue with it, I would be okay with that. But as a shit roll, anyways, it is. Oh my god, I can't do math. Hang on. 14 points of necrotic damage.
Oh god.
I rolled a 1 and a 5 and an 8. It was not a great roll.
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
You done killed him, didn't you?
No.
No. He's just
But-
unconscious.
Baldur, can you please?
No, he
she
can't.
summoned Baldur into the map.
He like immediately reels back like a wave, drops your arm, and like drops to his knees and looks like the brink maybe of death, but he's still like conscious.
Skena kind of holds up her hands in a non-aggressive gesture and is just like, "Why did you grab me?"
Can I say
Uh,
Kaleva has moved up
so-
at this point?
Yeah, I was gonna say, as there begins a conflict, Ice will kind of say over his shoulder to Kiel, I think we need to go help. And then and then immediately just
Teleports.
run the Okay, it takes a move and an action, but that's okay.
Mm. No punching this turn for you.
Nope, just being present. Oh, hi.
What's Keel do?
I think Keel's gonna mount up on Claire.
And right over?
Nope.
And
Oh, nope, Claire's mounting up on Kiel.
we got this.
Oh,
That's close enough.
yeah, it's
Yep.
fine.
And
Do you need help?
Basically move right here. And I'll ready in action. Yeah, guys, it's
hurting me.
Alright. Basically just ready in action, you know, if anyone goes running, he'll run them down. Stop
Okay.
them, cut them off.
Well, the other two guys are screaming. And the one that you nearly dropped is like, he's not talking. He is so out of it.
Skena will drop to a knee and extend her hand and be like, I'll heal you if you want me to heal you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you that much. I just didn't like being grabbed like that.
The other two are like, get away from him. What the heck are you?
Why did he grab me?
And they kind of look at each other and then look at you and then look at Ice and look at Kaleva and then look at Kiel on his horse. Who are you?
I'll answer that question if you will please answer mine. What was he trying to do to me?
Roll me a persuasion or intimidation.
Oh, not intimidation. Oh, God. Do I get advantage because I have a fucking posse behind me?
Yeah.
Cool.
We're a bunch of beans. Dropped this kid to 1 hit point.
Oh, that's a good advantage. That's gonna be a 19.
Okay. So this one over here, not close to you. Says, look, we thought you were like a kid.
That's a common misconception. It's alright.
I don't know how that makes it better.
And we thought that like you guys were going to the monastery to like drop you there because he's with you. Point at Ice.
Oh, I see. Is it okay if I heal your friend? I'm sorry.
Don't hurt him.
I'm not going to.
And she will reach forward and
Again.
and much more gently, she will use healing hands to restore 7 hit points. So bump him back up to half.
Okay. Yup.
She casts uninflict wounds.
He is scooting on his butt away from you.
Alright, that's an attack of opportunity for
Skena
It would be.
will stay on her knees, just trying to be very non-threatening looking in stark contrast to all the people around her. And she'll just be like,
Is that, do people do that a lot? Just force kids to be dropped off there?
And they all kind of look at Ice.
Is that what
What?
happened to all of you?
I mean, kinda.
And
At
you
least it was
decided
going
that
to.
living here in the woods was better
Well, yeah.
than food and shelter?
We got food and shelter.
You have
Cleva puts his
clothes
swords
too,
away.
apparently.
Mm-hmm.
If it makes you feel better, we're not here for any sort of reason like that, and I'm not a kid.
Oh.
you're not the first person to make that mistake. It's okay. But no, we're trying to help some other matters, and our friend here has connections to the monastery, but I don't think, and I might be speaking for him, but I don't think that he feels in a kind of way that you would object to.
What?
I don't think okay. I don't think we're the enemy for you guys and what you're trying to do. But maybe forcefully abducting kids that you encounter coming to the monastery is not the best look.
It's probably about as bad as you could be about it. Yeah.
It sounds like you have some really solid philosophy that you're working off of, but I don't think that what you're doing is gonna be the solution.
And one of them kind of elbows one of the others. Told you she was too old. Usually people drop off like little kids.
Well, sure. Usually people who don't want to raise kids know that when they're very young.
Yeah.
When the kids are young, I mean.
Yeah. We thought it was kind of weird that she was like almost our age.
How old are you? Cause I'm
All three of them look at each other.
Cause I'm 28 and I don't think I'm almost your age.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like 16,
Yeah.
15.
That's okay.
Well, like I'm 17.
How sure are you of that?
I count.
How high?
Hey,
Genuine question.
we got a teacher.
Like somebody saying that, like it's a huge accomplishment. Like, I count.
For some
Why
people,
it's a genuine question.
for some people it is. This is medieval fantasy. Not everybody can read and write.
I'll
Not
have
everyone
you
is 2A
know,
for math.
Some people are straight, believe it or not.
Claire challenges them to a count off and starts tapping her huff on the ground.
Yeah.
You said you had a teacher?
Nope, I didn't say nothing.
Listen,
I don't know what
we're
you're
not
talking
trying
about.
to like get you in trouble or anything. If anything, I'm kind of curious if there's a way we can help you. Because like I said, snatching kids, if I was a kid and these were somehow my family coming to drop me off to live at the monastery or whatever.
Yeah, because they didn't want you.
Yeah, don't you think it's gonna be incredibly traumatic for that child to just get abducted by strangers and then told that they're doing what's best for them and they need to go along with it?
I mean, we make it fun.
I
What's
wasn't
so
having
bad about the
fun.
monastery?
What?
What's so bad about the monastery?
I mean, nothing, I guess, but like, ugh.
Try again, please.
While
It's-
this conversation is going on, Kaleva is just like distancing himself.
Mm. Look, I don't want to go, like, learn to be all boring and tranquil or whatever, and punch stuff sometimes. No thanks.
It's lots of punching stuff, actually.
Ow.
Also, you can do this, and I'll light my hand on fire. Just like holding it out, like, or up. I mean, like.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
Even if you guys didn't want to go that route, maybe it's not the wrong choice for other people.
Well, I mean, I guess. if they run away from us, they just go to the monastery. Then no, like, so they go to the same place they were going before.
Why would you trap kids and then have them
What?
needing to forcefully run
No,
away from you as
it's
an
not.
option? That's
It's not like that, okay?
Then maybe explain it to me, because I'm trying to understand and give you the benefit of the doubt, but I don't think that you're doing this in a very good way.
Okay. So, if parents decide they don't want their kids, then they bring them here and dump them at the monastery and leave. And so sometimes we come and take them anyway, and we show them how to have like fun and camp and hunt and stuff and fight with like weapons. And I mean, we learn stuff too, and then eventually, you know, we can go off and be adventurers or something if we wanted to, right? So it's better.
So you kidnap children to take them on adventures?
Yeah.
That didn't help your
Something.
case.
That
Ron.
doesn't sound good.
I think you boys need to leave.
Wait, you said you have a teacher. Is there someone who's orchestrating all this?
Organizing. Organizing is a more neutral word.
Forgive me, is there someone who's organizing this endeavor of yours?
And one of them kind of like elbows the one who mentioned having a teacher.
Let me clarify.
Dagger eyes.
I know that there is someone. I would like to have further information about them, please. We're not gonna go, like, hunt them down or anything. I just kind of want to understand what's going on here.
I mean, it kind of seems like you.
I mean, for full disclosure, worst case scenario, I think we might go talk to them just to see what's going on, but we're not gonna, like, I don't even know if we do that. It's, I don't know.
Keel kind of leans in and mutters to the other two. We can't afford to get distracted. We need to keep moving.
Yeah. So, look, chances are we won't even be able to do that, but I'd still like to know.
Yeah, we got a teacher. You happy?
I already knew that. I was asking for
Yeah.
information about them.
No.
Why not?
Okay, well, how about this? You can tell us now, and we can talk about this like rational people and figure it out quickly so that we can get back about our business, or we can just leave and on our way back out, the monks at the monastery will know that you're here. Because we'll tell them. And then they'll come looking for you.
Okay, fine. So, we got this guy. And he's like an older guy, and he rescues us from families that don't want us, and a monastery that doesn't like actually care if they get new kids. And then we like kind of become a family and like learn how to like live and protect ourselves and stuff. Yeah, Loki.
And what's his name?
Loki.
Is it Loki?
No.
Loki, are you hoarding children in the woods?
His
You would,
name's
I think.
Jove.
Does he have a last name?
Uh,
Skena swats Keel's leg.
Oh, that was Matt.
I know, but it's the only way that I can pretend that you can feel me wanting to hit you.
Oh.
You just
I mean,
DM me
I
like
was
you
here
always
for
do.
it.
Oh, my nose.
All right.
Does Jove have a surname?
Yeah, it's Zaston.
Can Jules please type it for me? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jove Zaston. That's a hard name to say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
Not how I would have thought Jove was spelled either.
Yeah.
well, thank you for being honest.
It's real quick insight check. They were being honest, right? I'm gonna figure that right the fuck out. Thank you for being honest, she says to the people who just lied to her face. But with a 21, methinks not.
Yeah, no, they're being honest.
Okay. Too stupid to lie. Got it.
Very reluctantly.
So, yeah, she will say, thank you for being honest.
Uh-huh.
We're not gonna try to get you in trouble or anything like that, but also, I would really advise against whatever tactic you were trying to enact here. It's really not a good look. And it could be doing way more harm than good.
Oh, what do you know?
I'm someone who got dropped off somewhere as a baby and never knew my parents and was raised there and trained into doing what they wanted me to do. I know a thing or two about what I'm talking about.
Kill kind of looks at Skena. Oh, you too?
Yeah, I think a couple of
Yeah.
us here know that.
Us too.
Correct. And I'm 28 years old, so I've had a lot of time to think about it. And I'm telling you that it's probably not a good idea to be baby snatching from people who are coming to the monastery for that reason.
You boys should consider returning to the monastery. A little bit is discipline would do you well.
I agree. Though, I was actually thinking that perhaps your teacher and the headmaster could work out a deal.
It might not be a bad idea.
Good foreign exchange program.
Yeah, down the road.
That's a way to think about it, sure.
Doubt it.
Have you tried?
I don't think he would want to.
No, these are weird homeschool kids, aren't they?
Yes.
How long has it been since you've been in the monastery?
We've never been there.
So how do you know that you don't like it? Is it just because of what this Jove has told you about it?
No, I mean, we watched him and stuff. From
Oh, how
that's
much
weird.
did you watch?
places.
So
It's-
It might be worth considering that maybe you don't have all the information you need to make a fair judgment here.
out of character, so they don't just take kids, they watch kids too. Cool.
No!
Yeah. Jules, what have you done? Where's Chris Hansen in this world? Is he an elf? He would be an elf. Like that intolerable high elf shit.
Yeah, he does have that sort of judgmental attitude, doesn't he?
You were expecting a gnome, weren't you?
Oh fuck, what did I see the other day? Someone posted something that was like D&D, but fuck, I'll find it later. Never mind.
I may have sent you something.
I think
'cause
you
saw
did.
something somewhere.
Was it like the please have a seat, but it was like,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna find it. Keep
it was
rolleplaying.
somewhere recent.
I'm leaving. What have y'all done to these poor bandit boys?
Bitch, it's what you did.
Well, hopefully we've made them question their life choices.
You definitely made them uncomfortable.
Oh, I found it. Young girls, or anyone in fact, generally don't make pacts with liches without a good reason. Take this reason and have it shape your character a bit. Are they out for revenge? Hateful character? Is the lich somehow related to the girl in any way? I don't know, maybe was bullied, so turned lich as a friend, lonely character? Does she have an unsatisfiable curiosity that compels her to explore every corner? That's my 2 cents. Someone replies, parent died. Girl, quote, reaches out to make contact in her grief, finds Lich instead. Lich pretends to be missing parent. Someone else responds, Paladin sits Lich down. Lich, shit, this can't be happening. Paladin, you were expecting a little girl, right? Lich, no, Paladin, are those strawberry flavored beers? Do you always enter people's houses with your without your evil tunic? Lich, man, look, I just feel lonely. Next on how to catch a BBEG. Alright, that was my segue.
No, they definitely look like they want to be done talking to you guys.
I'm sure they do.
Yep, they need to leave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You should go.
Clayton's been done with this for a while. He's
Did he hear family who doesn't want you and check out?
Yep.
Yep.
You got it.
Got it in one. The moment you said he walked off, I was like,
Mm.
thanks.
I think Izzy or Owen is the only one here who doesn't have like drastic parental issues. Like dropped off somewhere as a baby, basically orphaned, or some variant thereof.
Interesting.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened to Kale's parents. I haven't thought that far about it.
Oh, I
Neither is
know
he.
I know
I
what
haven't either.
happened and what is happening to one of Skena's parents, and the other one I gave Jules free reign over. It's a very fun mystery. We're all gonna find out together.
Yeah, who knows about Izzy?
Yeah, she's gonna
Ice,
have
do
the
you have any
worst
litter mates?
backstory.
Oh,
No.
littermates.
Ew.
Wait, you're talking about Owen?
No, Ice.
No, Ice.
Oh, Ice.
What about
Kittens.
Ice?
Do you have any litter mates?
Oh, I have. God damn it.
Are
Uh,
Tabaxi born in litters?
I don't even want to think about that right now.
Oh my
I'll find
God,
out.
how big did pregnant Tabaxi get?
Oh, Lord.
Anyways,
They're
Anyway.
probably extra
That
small.
depends on how big
So-
newborn tabaxi are.
what if they start off like little beans?
Like actual kitten size.
Oh.
How are
Oh.
tabaxi nipples arranged?
All right,
No.
we're moving on.
So anyway, gonna move right on past that.
Find out on baddragon.com.
God damn it.
No, okay, that you might actually be able to find out though. Probably
I don't
not.
think
but-
so, actually.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
so
I could be wrong. But...
as these
So anyway.
fuckers are like reeling back from conversation,
Yeah.
Skena will just be like, well, think about it, and then she's just gonna kind of fuck off and go after Kaleva.
One of them does look at Ice and it's like, please don't tell the monastery about us.
I'll think about it. But I won't send anyone if that makes you feel any better.
Not really. One of them is like, no, he means, yeah, probably. Thanks so much. You're so nice. Thanks. Uh-huh. Anyway, we're gonna go now. Bye. And they, scoot back up into the forest.
We did grab some water stones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh wait, so do we have one of each now?
Yes.
Okay, Skena.
Each of the four, yes.
Skena
Okay.
at some point would have asked Kiel if she could have one of each from the handfuls he was grabbing. Because if he was getting 5 of each, then there should be one for each of them, I think.
Yeah, sure.
And
Do
she's
you
gonna.
want to like put them all on our fingers and point them together and say by our powers combined? Or
Honestly, kind of. Skena was gonna hold like 2 in each hand and like clink them all together at once. Does anything happen?
No.
Kaleva's just gonna look at her and he's gonna be like, yeah, they're still not magical.
She looks distinctly crestfallen. I just, for some reason, I thought that would have worked. What are they for?
Souvenirs, I guess.
Find out.
That's a.
next time on Signs of Starfall.
What were the rocks for?
I mean,
Gripping D&D.
it is about 12:30.
It is.
It is. You guys got about halfway there.
Are we living
Ish.
on a prayer?
No.
Oh.
Well, no,
Lipstick
but
on
the
a pear?
teenagers sure are.
Pigeon on a chair.
Blizzard on a stair.
That took a minute.
You alright?
Have you guys not like seen this album?
No.
Oh, God.
Tootin' on a bear?
Lizard in his lair.
Anyways.
Teen doing his hair. So you dropped a teenager to 1 health point. How does that feel?
Oh fuck! Wrong picture.
It's too late. I screenshotted it. That was the funniest fucking thing.
What?
Did
Sorry.
you just sit there like waiting on your screenshot button
No,
when I start
I
typing?
have a print screen button. I see something
so
and I can just
fast.
smash
You're
it
so
immediately.
fucking fast.
Yeah.
Anyways, listen. I didn't know if they were cultists or something. I didn't know if I was about to be
Mhm.
fucking kidnapped. I just was like, please
I
stop
mean-
touching me.
They were trying to kidnap you.
Yeah. Because Skena gives off baby energy.
Yeah. They figured maybe you and Owen, they couldn't quite tell. Whoa.
Whoa, forecasting stuff.
It doesn't have the same ring to it.
No, not the fucking forecasting stone.
Listen, putting on a bear is very funny, but the
Oh, I was
serendipity of
DMing
this.
you? God damn it. This is the one I meant to post.
Oh my god.
I love that picture. I've seen the picture before.
I haven't. Anyway, so you guys have traveled quite a bit. You are leaving the last of the elemental shrines. You have put the fear of death into some teenagers.
They're walking
Who will
away and
respect
Keel.
personal boundaries from now on.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're walking
Presumably.
away and Keel's like, hey, it's that angel of death. And Skena's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Wait, what did Kiel say?
Just like calls her the angel of death again behind his hand, and she just has a fucking fit. It's like, I didn't mean to.
I actually could have had her kill one of them.
Oh god. Yeah, I was like,
The other two had 11 hit points.
I wasn't convinced that they were bad, but also
Mhm.
when you grab someone and say, hey, come over here, and then just fucking yoink them, that's fucking stranger danger to the max.
I mean, it is. You're not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, kid kind of had it coming. Maybe he'll remember that next time.
You never saw it coming.
You know, she had to do it to him.
He only had himself to blame.
I think that's way too many songs to have come out of that one comment.
God, yeah, that was
Yeah.
rapid succession.
Smells like teen spirit.
Oh, Jesus.
There it is.
That's what happens when he dies.
Yep.
His
I was
spirit.
gonna say it. I
Yep.
almost did, Yep.
Yep.
The
One
spirit
hit point away.
lingers after the teen is.
Matt, please.
Beautiful. So you
Oh.
almost got to the place.
Almost.
You have math is hard. 2 shrines left.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where we will stop for tonight because it's 12:30 and I am sleepy.
Bedtime is a myth.
Hi, Sleepy.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.